We went home, then we came back, and then we found a giant lamp, and it was awesome. I'm currently having sex with the lamp.
Zoinks.
Well, not that bad, but you know.
He's currently right on top of it. Well, you're going to have to peel him off somehow, because I don't think you have the resources to stay here indefinitely.
We have a crowbar.
Please loosen the party member from the lamp.
Yes, exactly.
He's getting his dirty fingerprints on it.
Yes,
We have
exactly.
crowbars, we have rope, we can handle it.
Yeah, so just for the sake of reference, we would have probably tried to break it, then just smash it open. But I don't suppose it would have worked.
Almost every...
That it is. Yeah.
It's an artifact level object, which means that no matter how hard you hit it with that crowbar of yours, you're not even going to scratch it. I mean, you might scratch it very briefly, and then it just seals right up again.
Yeah, well, you know what they say. You know, I might not be able to kill you, but I might be able to put you into, like, 60 tons of concrete.
Okay, but also, is it set into the floor? Could we dig that out?
Ugh.
We're at the top of the tower. I don't think digging here is going to be safe.
I think we need to roll some knowledge, guys. I think our characters need to be smarter than we are.
Oh, definitely.
What sort of knowledge would be appropriate here? Arcane, occult.
Let's take a. Let me take
17 Arcana. Hey, cool. A D20 rolled on my screen. That's neat.
Yep.
Well, it is a completely. I'm going to give you the good news. You have no hopes of figuring out what this thing is or what it does. I mean, you know that it's the Gauntlet. That's what people call it. But the specific workings are entirely whatever you can pick up with your own pretty little eyes.
What if we fatten it? What if we fatten it up? Right, we feed it a lot. It fleshes out. It's not gaunt anymore.
Now, anyone with any real detect magic stuff will find this thing as blinding as the actual physical light that it emits. And we'll briefly get one sensation, which is that this thing sticks into the ground like a big fat needle. Sort of like Emerald Spire, but not quite the same.
That might explain why the tower hasn't been collapsing as the rest of this place.
Zoinks.
Well, there might be answers somewhere below. Might as well check this place out and see if we can explore everything.
So when you say it extends down, does that mean that we get the sense that the light, the source of the light, is below us, and this is just the manifestation?
More like the actual physical structure is taller than just ground level.
Okay, so that sounds like we need to go down.
I bet that's what you say to all the guys.
Yeah. Is there anything that a roll of Rose Guard lore would help?
Well, Rose Guard lore will tell you all about the Rose Guard, but this is a very specific structure.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Like I said, man, this is like this particular construction is ancient, and it has baffled people for generations. It also hasn't done much for generations, so people haven't done much with it. Point is, y'all can't figure it out right now, but maybe sometime later you'll be smart enough, or you'll find like a big red self-destruct button that can help you out.
Yeah, nobody ever puts actual self-destruct after that. Behind that button.
Not with that attitude, no.
Alright, so we gotta go down.
Down, down, down to the bottom of the sea.
Should we put on some Lil Nas as we roll down?
No.
Argus, can you roll me some perception?
Yes. Let me try. Okay, close all my sheets, so it's gonna take a second. There we go. Oh, so close.
You're pretty sure you saw someone, or maybe like a small group of people, move in from the south towards the structure.
Right, so we can see outside from here. Alright.
Yes.
When you say that I've noticed it, are they still visible when I actually, put my eyes to the window?
It's a great question. I mean, it's more like you catch them at the last moment. Like your senses are too slow to pick them up before you get a good look. But they look to be some stocky, sturdy fellows.
All right, fair enough. I'm going to point it out to the rest of the party. But we have some guests, and we should probably go down. In case they're hostile, it's probably not good fighting up here.
Oh, I forgot you knocked down that door, huh?
Which door?
The
I'm
door.
gonna keep banging my head against the surface of the glass, trying to get in. And I'm gonna roll perception to see if that process reveals anything significant to me.
That the glass is hella sturdy.
Yeah.
Additionally, that inside this thing is some sort of swirling soul mass. In case you find that particularly useful to know.
Gross. Is that what people have inside?
Yeah, lacking a soul myself, I find it pretty disgusting. Sort of like if I saw someone's stomach.
Gross!
Mr. Boff, do you consent to me, like, very gently trying to put you in my backpack so you're not exposed to the light?
Yeah, I think eventually I just sort of exhaust myself and probably give myself a slight concussion. And so, yeah, if I just go limp and you slide me away, it's probably for the best.
I mean,
Just like a gentle little scoop.
you might notice that you do become a bit more tired than you... You know, normally when you hug up to a lamp, it's all warm and comforting, but this kind of light makes you feel kind of tired and... Oh, a little bit listless.
All right, I take a nap in Rain's backpack, or Inger's backpack.
Alright, let's see what guests we have downstairs. You might have to drag us over because, like you said, the stairs don't work.
The stairs do not work no more.
Rip stairs.
R.I.P. Okay, cool. Oh, there's no cut function? I can't cut things? Okay, cool. Gotcha. Okay, I need to get rid of this boy before he gets in the way of things. Alright, gang, huddle up.
Are we just going to play the rest of the campaign in this room? That'd be interesting.
We're going to sit down and we're going to play a D&D campaign. Within the campaign. Hey, Winnie.
I'm going to turn Chiharu's light off.
Chiharu is a little bright.
Ah.
And also sideways.
Mrs. Staccato's apparently also on fire. Let's turn that one off too.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Anyway, there's Winnie. They would love to know what it was like up there. Had fun, kids?
Not really. We had some.
Oh my god. Big lamps. Many big
Lamp.
big lamp.
With an apostrophe. An umlaut. That's it. You gotta do it with an umlaut. Sounds like a real hoot.
Yes.
Anything else worth noting up there? Or is it just like we're gonna have to find a wizard or something?
We might need to find a wizard. The slide is not going away on its own.
Let's go down. Let's go down. It's at the base. Let's go down.
I think it has anything to do with that weird bloodstain.
Since when he was here, did they hear or see the individuals that were approaching the tower?
Well, Winnie was mostly making sure that you guys were alive and well, but Naughty asked them. They did hear like some clanging coming from the south. You know, like big old, like Inger's footsteps, big and thuddy.
Fair enough. Could be dwarves. We should probably go and ask them, or at least make them aware that we're here and not like monsters or something.
Maybe a collaboration.
Mm-mm.
Maybe they have a wizard.
Maybe they have a wizard. How about we find that out together? When he says the best way to find something out like that is to tell him take a look.
Yes.
Thank you, Winnie, for
Sure,
keeping us
let's-
humble.
Why is there a limit on the site here? There should be no site limit. We're done with that for now. There you go. Argus, your eyes do see in the distance. Indeed. A firm and thick-looking fellow, with a big flail hucked over his shoulder. Although that...
Have we seen them before in the town?
No. We have not seen this particular individual before. Nor does he appear to be a local, judging by his rather... Gosh, let me just get this information straight. Oh no, he's just wearing half plate. He does look to be heavily armored, though. Bow strung to his back, and besides him are these two big, fat, lumpy, blobby-looking fellows, who do not look like people, despite having vague humanoid shapes.
What do they look like?
You know what? If you're going to ask me that question twice in a row, I might as well pull up the 3.5 one version of this, because 3.5 always included like a little blurb for monsters like this.
Didn't we already fight some ooze guys? Do they look like ooze guys?
Who's guys? Yeah, I mean, he's not a Morlock, if that's what you want to know.
No, there was.
We could walk over and use our people words.
Are you insane? This is a combat game.
Sorry.
If you're not hitting it with a weapon, then you're not playing the game right. Gosh.
No, this is not 5e.
What if my favorite weapon is my politeness?
Let's see. 3.5 book's description is as follows. The creature surges forward, not unlike a molten mass of flesh, oozing across the ground. It has a human-shaped head and torso, but its body is a shapeless mass below the waist. A permanent expression of anguish twists across its face. Now that's a good description.
Sounds like they need therapy.
Probably.
I wonder if I can add to their problems. I feel like I can. I feel like I can make a bad day worse.
It is one of your very particular talents.
Thank you.
Well, do you want to engage with these individuals? Because you're going to have to engage if you wish to actually have something happen, Arius.
Alright, well,
The option is either engage with them or just go downstairs.
Mr. Staccato's our people person. I would rather prefer they talk.
All right. Let's do this. I kind of crawl my way out of the backpack. I'm like, okay, we gotta scare some folks. We gotta talk some shit and sense in them. All right, I got this.
When
Stumbling, I fly a bit. I kind of wobble around in the air.
When he takes out like a little knife, or like a little shard of glass, and goes, you better make sure all the adventurers are muscling in on your turf before you gotta start giving out shares.
What?
Yeah, I'm just giving you good business advice.
Yeah, no, I know all about defending my turf. All right, we got some kneecaps, we got some sledgehammers. Let's make this happen.
Well, he's right there. You can walk on over and give him a kiss.
All right, so I'm sorry. On this map, is he walking through the?
He's walking towards the
The
gatehouse,
bridge?
yes.
Okay.
If there's a
Oh, the bridge
token,
collapsed, so
it
go
is
up
not
to them.
visible.
Well, they're already here.
They're right here.
They just moved.
Bless.
I think the term you're looking for is baby bless. And they hold out your hands. Man, these guys
Alright,
look
guys, so
great in 3.5. I love the
Why
game.
don't you guys, if you can be kind of in the back, ready to negotiations break down to provide some muscular arguments, that'll be valuable. All right, so I can't move my character, so I'm still stuck way in the back. But assume that I'm walking out into the gatehouse. All right.
What are you talking about? I don't even see your character anymore now. What the heck?
I don't know, man. I'm looking at him. He's still over by the lighthouse. But this happens to me a lot in this app that I try to move my token and I can't. But
He's right
let's say that I'm over. Ah, there we go. All right.
I guess you vanished under the man himself. Oh my!
Yeah.
Once you get
All right.
once you get close enough to this fine fellow, he takes the initiative on the conversation. With a firm voice and a stern look on his face, as if he's not here to take anyone's shit, especially not of someone like an eighth his weight. He immediately loudly declares, "Begone, citizens, this place now falls under the jurisdiction of the Hell Knights."
Oh my god, it's these guys.
The who?
Oh no.
Do you see the hat that is on my head? This hat belonged to the last person who claimed jurisdiction over this area. He was the former boss here. Do you see the blood on it? That should give you an idea of how we transferred leadership. Everyone on the top floor and a good number of people on the bottom floor and the second floor are now either dead or acknowledge our leadership. So any sort of jurisdiction you may wish to claim here, you cocksucker, you're gonna have to go through me or fucking pay me.
Your challenge is accepted.
Just rolling in intimidation.
The problem is,
In theory.
he's not that intimidated because he's like, sure, I'll take your challenge.
Oh, but I wanted him to, it's a scary challenge. I want him to feel like it's a significant thing. I don't know what's happening. Did I roll? Do you guys see my roll?
You rolled pretty well, yes, but he doesn't seem to like give a shit because he's like, I'm the boss here. Why should I care what you have to say? This is unfortunately
immune to intimidation.
It's more like Hell Knights are assholes, and they're so cocky, and just they got that puffed up arrogance where it takes a little bit of whittling them down before they give a shit. You know how it goes. They got a way up in their head. You got to give them a good stab in the neck first.
Okay, if that's what you say. I feel like intimidation, if I roll well enough, should at least affect someone to some degree, no matter how far up their ass is. But it's your call. You're the DM.
Would everyone like to roll me initiative because he assumes that negotiations have failed and is going to start beating you into submission? If you would politely lie down and accept your just punishments, after all, this is now officially, in his mind, Hell Knight territory.
Can I use my intimidation check as my
yes
initiative?
Allow me to take care of that for you with an abracadabra abracazoo. Oh man, there's new buttons for this. What? I can change displayed names. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. Argus and Inger.
Yep, hold on. Rolling.
Yes, struggling along.
There we go.
Dice!
So
Dice! Wait, does it take... I think it actually takes your color to determine what the color of the dice. That's pretty cool.
Aww.
Yeah, that explains why mine.
Mr. Staccato, the overenthusiasm... Ugh, okay. I need to give myself back because I've made mistakes. There we go. Mr. Staccato, it's strange to see someone who so callously disregards everything you have to say. The first thing he does is tell his lemures... The first thing he does is tell his lemures to go and show this fine gentleman how the Hell Knights keep order. Then he raises up his flail out of his backpack, takes a step forward, and tries to crack your skull in with it. Clonk.
Okay.
Mr. Staccato. He's trying to swat you out of the air like a mosquito.
Okay, just so you're aware, I'm way behind. There's something lagging for me on this, so you're gonna have to tell me what he rolls.
Well, he rolled a hit, and you rolled 8 damage, and he's now currently adjacent to you, and that probably works out great for you.
Okay. So who's next?
You. Surprisingly.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. All right. Yeah. This whole thing just blipped for me. So I don't know. I guess can you? Is it possible for you to roll for me? Or
Definitely. What do you wish to do?
Okay. All right. Cool. So I got 3 guys around me. The one who just, I guess the strong guy that just the leader.
A dwarf, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna roll intimidation. Okay. There we go. All right. Now I'm caught up. All right. So I'm gonna roll. So they're on each side of me. Okay. So the guy who's in front of me who just hit me, I'm gonna grab his warhammer, war flail. All right.
Yes.
I'm gonna run up the length of the chain and go across and get out from being flanked by these guys and just draw a nice long line of blood with my rapier.
Actually, technically, you are not flanked by anyone. You're standing sort of in front of them from my end. So.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't want to run behind them then. Nah, screw it. Yeah, I'll do it. Fine. All right, here's my acrobatics. There we go.
That's a
So I
27.
flip it in behind them. And so I've got panache. So I'm going to roll finisher and attack with rapier. 18. Is that it?
On who are you hitting? The big dwarf guy in his half plate?
No. Someone who has a lower AC than half plate.
It turns out that these big globular fellows are quite easy to hit. So yes, that will be a hit for them.
Sweet. All right, sounds good. And
Wha-
then
One thing that does definitely catch your attention, though, is that their big, fatty mass partially absorbs any physical attack that hits them.
all right, that's fine. So I roll that's 6 damage plus I need to roll the precise strike.
Well, actually, it included the precise. Oh, you're doing a finisher. Okay, cool, gotcha. In
That's a
that
finish.
case, then you get 5 extra damage points. Because these guys are not immune to precision. Don't worry about that. Okay, Argus.
Yes. Hold on. Didn't anticipate it to roll that quickly, but what I wish to do. How tall is the building in front of us?
I think it was like 20 feet.
20 feet. Technically, I could scale that and come up behind them, but I think running around is probably going to be easier. So that is exactly what I'm going to do.
Huh.
Yeah. I am going to jump this gap, and I'm going to go on the left. I'm going to use 2 actions to get behind somewhere here, I assume. Or maybe actually 3 actions. I might need that. Let's see. Where's the measuring tool? Oops, excuse me. That's wrong.
I mean, isn't the door open?
Yes.
Yeah.
However, the bridge in front of you is collapsed, so it takes a bit to get down, get up.
Yep.
Very true,
So
very
that
true.
would be 25 to get over here, and then from here, another 25 to get over there. And from here, another 25 to actually get over here. Okay, fair enough. So I'm going to spend the whole turn basically flanking them.
You're delightfully nudged against the corner right now.
Yep, I know. Hold on.
This particular fancy boy does not see anyone but Mr. Staccato.
There.
Let's see. First and foremost, lemures are nasty little buggers when they're told to kill someone. This makes them a little bit more dangerous than usual. Luckily, their first opportunity knowing their boss is to try and restrain you. It probably makes like a little squeaky noise as this big, greasy, globular hand wraps around. Personally, I love squeaky noises. Afterwards, the thing just tries to pummel them around with very limited effectiveness. Jiharu. I can't imagine how they would grab something tiny and restrain it for someone else to hit. That just seems like a great way to get your fingers hit with a hammer. But that's their problem, for them to figure out.
How?
Okay, also just so that I get into habit of using this stuff. This is what I used to get over.
Oh, that's very nice.
Because I keep forgetting about my own feats, so if I pull them up.
I'm gonna attempt to shoot this guy with a crossbow because I can do that.
Can you do that? I don't know if you can. That's up to your attack roll to decide if you can. I mean, you know, the shooting part, yes, but hitting, which is the intent of the verb, no.
No.
Despite the fact that he's a big old wobbly bloobly bloop. I mean, technically, they got Mrs. Scotto on lockdown. Also, this guy was probably paying attention enough to notice Argus suddenly jump over and scoot around.
Yes.
Blah, 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 blah. Argus, prepare to get grisped firmly. You are not grisped firmly.
Yes.
Because you are a monk, and all your saves are amazing. Well, I hope you like... Oh. Chink, chink, chink. Inger.
Hello. Would it make things go any more quickly to use my grappling hook and like swing across the gap?
If you have your grappling already out, then probably. If not, it's going to be an action to get across the bridge alone anyway.
Yeah, it's not out just yet, but I would, if possible, like to attempt that.
Marvelous. Marvelous.
Yeah.
Acrobatics or athletics will do the job for you, as this is a bit of a risky maneuver to pull off in the middle of a fight. You got no certainty that that hook ends up on something sturdy.
Acrobatics or athletics, right? What?
You could try grappling the master of those creatures, our little Hell Knight. Just pull them over instead to you. Drag them over into the water.
I don't think they're in reach though, and also there's 2 pairs of doors.
I imagine that your grappling hook has sufficient length that it could probably reach like up to 50 feet away. So, sure.
Look at that collar. Look at that collar. You can probably hook it up real good there. Just a suggestion.
You could always go for just going across. It's up to you.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go across, and then I can like eventually pull them closer, and then yeet them into the ditch. Like,
Give me some athletics, baby.
yes.
Knock 2, baby. Haha.
Ho ho.
Oh.
That certainly is an athletics.
You end up on the other side of the bridge, yonderly.
Gasp.
You have 2 actions left. How do you wish to spend them?
Heck yes. I shall move to flank.
Oh, please do not stand on top of... Oh, whoa! While you're being very eager, you... Oh, gosh dang it. You quickly learn something about this fine gentleman. He's quick on the
Yes?
draw. He's
Oh,
he's like you! Luckily-
What shall we do?
Luckily, your thick hide armor absorbs big part of that boofy blow. Boof.
This is true.
Anyway, you're now currently flanking. You have to hit AC 11 to hit this big blob boy.
Fuck yeah.
Can you make can you roll an 11 or higher?
Let us see. I whip out my Morning Star,
Try for 21.
stance up my stance, and then do something.
Crack him on the head. Ah!
Multiple attack penalty too, though.
Oh, is it?
No, they wouldn't. She doesn't get that. She didn't do any attacks, Argus. But
Oh.
the funny part is, if it wasn't a 1, you would have made it. Man, you got a real good arm there. Damn.
Well, next one.
The Hell Knight is
I'm just glad. I'm glad I shall be here providing the flanking bonus.
provide the moral support. Please do. Unfortunately, it
We've
seems.
got this.
Unfortunately, the Hell Knight who waggles his, probably would waggle his finger if he wasn't so very dedicated to his cause. Hell Knights, gosh, if only you had their lore skull. I could tell you everything about the fine orders of nails and gates, and all the ones they got rid of along the way. And man, they got a whole history about a demon taking some. I don't even know, man. These guys have had a busy life. Well, let's see. He's gonna just try and clonk him on the head a couple of times. Unlike these mindless blobules, he has the go-get-him attitude you need to make things work. Let's see, Mr. Staccato's armor class is 17, despite being grappled, which means that he luckily just takes 2 firm blows. So wait, let me just take care of this. First, there's 8. No, wait, no, not set to 8, -8. Thank you. Okay, cool. And then we apply this, and then we apply this. Alright. Alright. And 1, and a 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Argus, your turn.
Yep. Oh, I need to get rid of this thing first. Mr. Staccato.
Wait, am I dead?
You're unconscious and dying.
Oh shit. Well, that okay.
Yeah, but Chiharu's turn is next. So, okay, let me try. This thing should be easy to hit. So I'm going to use the flurry of blows. That's going to be the 1, 2. That's the 1.
That hits.
That's the 2.
That
which
misses.
Doesn't hit. That's freaking amazing.
You do
Goes
1
for damage.
itty bitty point of damage.
Yeah, that's weird. I guess they're particularly.
Listen, man, your hand just kind of sinks into that greasy mass. Ugh.
Yes. But if I were to use, considering it's just flash, if I were to use slashing, which I can,
No,
would that change? Okay,
it's
fair
it's
enough.
just raw physical damage. They don't seem to care too much for.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to attack the third time, and then I'm going to step back. Nope.
You know, the funny part is your odds should be way better than that.
I know, but fair enough.
Well, the Lemure doesn't have the combat training to double tap things. It just knows unconscious man, not a threat man, and continues with the business of apprehension. So first it releases Mr. Man. Boop. On the floor he goes. Excuse me. In that case, you would be prone. Turns around, heel turn, and grabs Inger. Inger, this man... Would you call him a man? I wouldn't call him a man. Starts just bashing into you. With all of his big squishy limbs. Chiharu.
Oh, I'm going to walk a bit closer because I can't actually remember the range on
30.
The spell. Range of 30 feet. Okay, that's not going to reach.
You can step
Delightful.
over to the edge of the bridge.
How far can I step over?
I mean, it's pretty shallow. You can probably stand in the water.
Yeah.
You could probably cast it on the jump. Don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah. 2 action heal.
I noticed, by the way, that the sidebar ribbon sometimes lags behind a bit on the character sheets. Don't know what that's about. If you are doing the 2-action version, that's 16 hit points.
Yeah,
Max heal.
2 action.
That's all of his hit points. Well, if the Hell Knight had his turn, he could tell the Lemures to do something else with their life. But this one, Argus, he's coming right for you. You can tell that he's kind of sluggish because it takes... his speed is 20, which is to say that it takes his whole 1 action to get to you in the first place. And then his 2 claws reach out to give you a little scritchy scratch.
One of those hits, yes. It's 6 damage.
Argus, you are also neutral, so please reduce that damage by 1.
Okay,
You are not affected
fair
by evil damage.
Fair enough. Fair enough, so that brings me... Oh, actually, 9. There you go.
Inger, his greasy fingers grip you firmly. Are they fingers? They kind of look like fingers. If you were pressed, you would call them fingers.
Definitely appendages of some sort. Am I in a position to use my sudden charge?
No! I don't know why you would want to do that.
I mean, but momentum, a bit more, something to do.
But if you want to, like, charge him and hit him, fire by me, but sudden charge as the action doesn't really help you in this current context.
Oh yeah, definitely like the little boost to a punch.
Sudden charge does not provide a boost to a charge, it just lets you do 3 actions for 2. This ain't 3.5, baby.
Okie dokie. I may be dumb. Well, in that case, let me grasp the Morningstar Grispier and, do a little pop. Just try to pop him in the head.
I mean, hey, if anyone's gonna make these guys into nice mush, it's gonna be you.
Yeah, probably.
Show me the beans! Look at those beans. Roll me the damage. Roll me that crit. Oh, it's hanging by 1 hit point. Man.
And that's what you get when you grasp a dwarf.
Come on, give me another one. You got another one in you, right? Come on.
I shall attempt. I yeet my little Morningstar up, do a flip, grasp it again, and...
Oh man, that's awesome.
That's what fighters are for.
Tenderizer is what they call me.
Don't. If anyone ever says fighters are boring until they remind them that they just get to whack people into oblivion. That's the greatest of ease. You've 1 action left as this horrifying grease creature seems to fall limp, its fingers sliding off of you as it loosens its grip. The Hell Knight, who was going to beat up the man currently still on the floor into a bloody pulp, turns his attention to you, as you are the more obviously immediately threatening thing in the room, with how you just slammed one of his little minions.
Understandable.
You have 1 action left, by the way. How would you want to spend it? Maybe raise your
anything I
shield,
can-
because he looks like he's going to walk towards you and hit you.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pop that
Mm.
and let Chiharu handle our nigh dead boss.
Oh no, he's conscious again. He's at wound of 1, but it could be worse, you know.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Mr.
Let
Staccato,
me-
you have one major advantage going for you right now. The guy was going to beat you into a pulp, but now he's distracted, so if you scoot around a little bit, he won't even notice you.
I thought I was unconscious.
Yes, but you were then healed, and now you're conscious again.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna sort of drag myself away, but he'll get an attack of opportunity.
No!
That somehow-
He won't take it, because he's way too distracted on Inger being very scary right now, considering she critted his minion twice!
I think
Okay.
he already used it for this.
No, he hasn't.
He hasn't?
All right, well, screw that. You guys got 1 hit point left, or is that the blood?
I mean, everyone else is doing pretty alright, and you got all your hit points, so... Not your stamina, but your hit points.
Okay, no, sorry. I still can't see anything. I'm sorry. So who's among the enemies still up? All 3 of them?
The Lemure is dead. Another Lemure is distracted by Argus. The only enemy right next to you is the Hell Knight,
Okay, cool.
who is going to whack Inger.
All right, great. Can I move to a flanking position and then say, you know, you motherfucker, the next time, make sure you swat the fucking fly dead. And I'm rolling intimidation.
Well, he's the downside is his intimidation DC is 21, but hey, at the very
Well,
least, he does seem is
didn't
receptive to it now.
It's not a critical fail.
Yeah. All right, that's fine.
Critical
then
failure
I'm
means he's gonna laugh on the ground.
Then I'm going to swing at him. And he's enemy's flat-footed, right? Because I've got him.
Yes, you got him flanked.
Okay. Oh, can I stand up? I forgot that.
You can definitely
Okay,
you raise yourself on your feet.
okay, cool. All right, and then okay. Did that roll go through? I can't even.
Yes, but it's an 11, which
Oh, shit. All right, well, so I do a feeble threat and a feeble attack, and that's my turn.
to be fair, you did get whacked out of the air by a warflow. That would leave anyone a little off balance.
I'm having a rough time.
Marminger is somewhat impressed by your skills, but the moment he takes a step closer, he acts all big and tough. He gives you a death glare in the eye, which apparently works extremely well on you. Ooh,
Is that a critical?
that is a critical. And then he takes his big meaty flail and wipes you in the... Ooh, that actually is a fail. He was trying to trip you, but he botched it. Big botch. Man, I'm glad to have Turn Indicator back. He's so nice. Argus. In the meantime, you're having a little private fight outside, which
Yeah. Well, at the very least, I pulled away 1 enemy, so I'm gonna try and finish them off.
I think Mr. Staccato's not dead corpse would thank you later. That's a whiff.
1.
Argus, the law of averages says that you're failing a lot of coin flips in a row.
No, that's fair enough. Anyway, here's the 3rd one.
Holy crap, man.
No,
Hell!
and then I'm going to step exactly 25 feet. It's just that there's not enough space in here, so I'm just gonna move over here.
We'll play it by ear, don't worry.
Yeah, sure.
You-
Anyway,
you could be...
we're all victims of a tyranny of the die once in a while. It'll pay back later.
Wait, did it turn off skip? No, skip defeated, thank you. Chiharu, you're currently standing knee-deep in marshy water. Most of what you hear is shouting, yelling, finger pointing, and probably Winnie going like, "Get him in the knees!" You climb your way out as an action. You know, I always found the sound of getting out of water and all the water drips off you and into the water again. I always found it to be a very interesting little sound.
Yes. Stock, Might and Magic 7. Water effect.
Oh, he's shooting a spell, and you actually hit him in the back. Oh, that's pretty impressive. Go on and roll me damage, man. Whoa. So, as a Hell Knight, that really stings. Ow.
So, are they evil then?
He's definitely evil enough that it hurts him. I mean, you stand in a place where you could probably see him like get whacked in the back by this lance of, I don't know what color good would be, but it sure hits him in the back.
It's a color of goodness, obviously.
Maybe it depends on the person. Maybe it depends on whatever you consider to be the good color. So if you like, I think red's a good color, and it's red. After all, it is an ephemeral concept. This greasy boy spends a little bit of time just kind of waddling after you.
Yes.
You can tell that it has quite some endurance. It's going to be able to keep up with you for a long time, but smack.
That's fair enough. That is a hit.
That's 3 damage. Don't forget, it does not have the capacity to do evil to thee.
That is fair enough. Got it.
Marvelous. All right. Inger.
Air, kick his ass!
Mom, take me home.
Take you home, country road.
Okay, let me scoot closer to the punching zone.
The punching zone.
This is driving me insane. I'll finally load it up enough so I can see what's going on.
I don't know where you're going, Inger. Inger, where the hell are you going? You were already adjacent to him.
Oh. Oh?
Can everyone please reload their gosh darn screen? Because apparently everyone has got a wrong map in front of them.
So I feel like this is not a whole totally me problem. I think this is a Foundry problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do apologize. All I'm seeing is like the little skull token of the dude we obliterated last time.
Gosh. Well.
Please hold. Ah, yes, the darling, dark screen of nothing.
Delightful. Delightful. Wonder if it's one of the module. I wonder if it's a module causing this or what.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop another refresh.
That is those new fancy 3D decks.
Possible.
Oh.
Does anyone else keep getting this stupid thing saying, do you want to add a new list item to your to-do list?
Oh yeah, let me set that one to get out of here. Never. There you go.
Only on login and only today.
Let me turn off those dice. It's so nice. See if that helps.
Oh.
I hope it does. Did that help at all? How are we doing?
The to-do thing popped up again, but...
I turned it off!
I still see why.
God. Listen, Mr. Kikaku, if you're going to put in a feature, during load, dialog pops up to remind players that never remind them of the to-do list. Well, if it's going to be like that, it's going to leave. Later. Alright, you're back in, Inger. Does things look good?
Yes, it does. I'm move to the friend.
You're already within range.
I am. Oh. Well, okie doke then. You spare that. I'm go attempt the Morning Star since we're having so much luck with it, and I just jinxed that. Whoop.
Surprisingly, that doesn't hit. He's got a big armor class.
Oop. Something to spice it up, it does seem. Would it be possible for me to do the Disarming Block? I think that's the one where I can good apple and try to trip the boy.
Let's take a look. See, although to be fair, one of the reasons you missed them is because you're very spooked. Rebounding toss is actually for throwing weapons.
No. Disarming block.
Disarming block. That requires that you block his attack first.
God dang it.
That's what that trigger thing means.
Oh, well.
Can I just grab his weapon and slam it into my shield so I can disarming block him?
I mean, at this point. Oh well, let's just like keep whacking at him. I'm gonna try to keep him distracted until somebody can flank him and aid. It's
Marvelous.
scary, but it needs to be done.
All right, shield goes up. You got one more action.
Oh.
That's a hit. Give him heck.
Oh.
Unlike the squishy boys, he does not have any particular resistances to physical damage. So you can definitely tell they can leave a big puncture hole in his armor. Mrs. Staccato, a little scoop.
Alrighty. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to as this guy's rigging all around. I'm gonna tumble up past him, run past his ear, and then just give him just like a quick a little kiss on the neck.
Terrifying.
17 beat his reflex.
That's actually 20. This guy's a big tough boy.
His reflex is 20. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I don't manage that. So, and he's a fighter. That means he has attack of opportunity too. I'm gonna try again then, cause screw it. God damn it. All right. Well, then I'm just going to give him a little swing.
Tempt him twice. Shame on you. Wow,
What?
really shame on you. Holy shit. What is it? What is it? Oh.
I thought, does he get an attack of opportunity if I didn't move?
Yes.
I thought that was the...
There's actually a specific section that mentions that. Here we go.
Oh, all right.
Tumble through failure. Your movement ends and you trigger reactions as if you have moved out of the square you started in.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Well, the first one hits. The second one doesn't.
Well, then there's 16 damage for you. Ooh.
Jesus Christ. Fuck. All right. Well, that's
Fighters, man. Fighters.
Cool.
Having nothing to fear. He tries to bonk you on the head, Inger. He fails. It's surprising. Oh, shit. Fighters, am I right? I guess Argus's luck has telepathically been transmitted to him. As he just whiffs everything on you. He has a plus 13 to hit. He should not be having this much difficulty hitting you.
No, he should.
Argus, it's your turn. What do you do?
I'm trying to finish this thing off.
Yeah, well, you gotta actually, give it a reason to die. That's a critical. So that's nice. What's your other flurry blows looking like? Oh, that's a miss. Ooh. Oh, that's damage. Oh, excuse me. All right. Well, I need to know both flurries before you... Okay, cool.
Yep.
Well, you brought it down to half. It's staggered now.
Yeah. Wait, what exactly does staggered mean?
That means that it's at half.
Oh, that's all that means. Fair enough. Well, basically what I'm doing is I'm kiting it while I'm within one movement range of the doors. Jesus.
Chiharu.
Wait, what's the range on lay of hands? Touch.
You do have to, in fact, touch people to lay your hands on them.
Hmm.
Ain't that weird?
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to use I'm going to use Forbidding Ward on
Inger.
yeah, yes,
Oh,
on
man, that's...
Inga to protect Inga from the Hell Knight.
Aww.
That's awesome.
Then
Thanks, bud. I appreciate you.
yeah, then walk up to Staccato, preparing to lay hands on him.
Argus, stop kiting this poor innocent man. He just wants to claw your face out.
No, my face is too precious.
Inger, you could tell that he start to get a bit worried about the circumstances as they are. On that note, I also need to lower your frightened condition by one. There you go.
Well, freaking good. He should be concerned. Let me do another whip. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well,
Oh yeah, by the way, anyone within 10 feet of me gets a +1 on rolls to resist frightened. I don't know if that probably makes any difference, but just remember that.
Well, does it? Mm. Oh.
huh. It actually doesn't specify that you have to be even awake for this. That's hilarious.
Hell yeah. Like,
My-
the corpse of our boss is so
Yeah.
inspiring.
This is how they get those +1, how they get those magical banners. They just hang a corpse from it of an ex-marshal. Well, you missed on the first one, but you still got 2 action stuff. You can still raise your shield and go for a swing, or do something fancy if you feel like it.
I do believe a shield and a swing would be a nice choice.
Go not so. Ooh, that ain't working.
Is that a yes or a no?
That's a miss.
Ah, okie doke. Oh, well.
Yes, 20.
Mhm,
One.
yeah,
You say, I think.
okay.
Mr. Staccato gets to roll for dying.
What do I roll?
Well, on your big ol' stripe on the side, you can just click that die next to dying, and it'll automatically calculate everything for you.
Your character sheet, yeah. Right below that temp hit points, there's a button. I think.
Dying. Here we go. Oh no, it's just
No,
increasing my
no,
die.
the
Oh,
die,
the dice.
the D20. Okay, you go to dying.
How do I reduce?
You're
my
currently
die?
at dying 1 because you started at dying 2
Okay.
because you're already wounded. It's
I
a
rolled
big
a
mess.
19.
Yes.
Left click to add one, right click to remove one. Same with your
Ah.
Ooh. Inger. He goes for a shoulder bash. Boom.
What if I pop my glorious shield?
This is not that kind of attack.
Oh, rip.
It doesn't do any damage, so shield block doesn't really do anything.
That's
You might
okay.
want to save your shield block because once he has your shoulder bashed, he goes for that big flail of his. Because he's knocked you prone. Here, let's do it like this.
Relevant. Could be relevant.
Swoosh! Would you like to throw up your shield?
Yes, please.
Ha! Throwing up your shield will reduce the damage by 5. Your shield takes the rest of the damage. Both of you take the remaining damage. So both of you take 13. So your shield is now broken. Ooh. And you take 13 damage. Which is not even all your stamina. Because fighters, I guess. Okay, that's that. Would you like to use your free attempt to disarm him?
Absolutely. Just
All
like
right.
grasp the thing and yoink it toward me.
Okay, disarm is you can attempt an athletics check against this reflex DC. Go ahead and roll me some athletics.
Don't mind if I do. Dang it.
If you spend a hero point, nah, I mean disarming is kind of difficult. It's you gotta get a critical to even get it out of his hand.
Point.
He then takes a
I'll try.
step back, trying to create a little bit of distance since he's getting pressured a bit. Argus.
Yes. Oh, goddamn die already. Jesus Christ.
That's 1 hit.
Excuse
Awesome.
Me, I'm rolling the wrong damage die, but it's still the same because it's the same thing.
Well, it's still standing with 6 hit points.
Yeah, I know. And then I'm moving over here.
Jahara, you were going to help your friend get back on his feeties, was it?
Yes.
Actually, hold on. You know what? I can fish for Chris because I still have one more action, so I'm just going to do a -8 now. Hey!
I'm going to call the fucking cops on your luck here.
Lay on
It's fine.
hands.
It's going to pay back dividends later. It's fine.
That heals him for a 6, if I'm correct, and also gets +2.
Yes.
Don't get too tempted with fate there, Mr. Staccato.
And then a divine lance, because that was only 1 action.
You tell him off.
Gonna shoot him.
A swing and a miss, as they say. Oh, wait, no, not you, Lilamir. Catching up with Argus. It's
Jesus Christ. I'm running circles around you. Yeah. Alright. Sure. This... So, which one is it?
well,
right, because it's 2 crits.
yeah,
Right. Amazing. Wait, why does it have 2 attacks if I'm out of range?
because it moved in, and then it attacked you twice because you were only 1 move action away. If I was correct, let me just double check that.
Yeah, but if it has 25 or 20,
It's 20. Yes,
it's gonna be different.
it moved 20
Well-
feet. You're 25. You're 20 feet away.
My movement is 25.
Yes, and you moved around them. You're doing this back and forth, or are we still playing the abstraction game here?
Well, I mean, there's not enough space to move, but fair enough. No, I'll take.
Well, then we'll go. Well, then we'll just go with that 14. But you're like way off the map, off somewhere, and it will take you a while to
I
get back to
know.
your friends.
I know that. I know. Jesus. Anyway, that's 14. That's gonna be minus. Actually, 13.
Dude, just click your token and use the button. It automatically subtracts stamina and hit points. Like seriously, don't do all the mental math when you can just have a button take care of it for you. See, nice and easy.
+1 though.
Inger,
Hello.
you're prone, but you know
Gosh. What can I do to remedy that?
you can
I have
stand
to
up.
get up?
Yes, in fact, you can get back on your feeties.
I would enjoy doing that very much. Yes. Is that a roll worthy sort of thing?
No,
or
no, you
is
just
it
get up.
okay?
Takes an action.
Okay, then. Okay. I spend one of my actions on getting up, but then I would like to pop another one on closing the distance with the boy, and then, as always, whacking. It's a simple kind of formula, but it works.
Hey, if you hit him, you hit him. The old clock. That's a hit. Roll me some damage. He doesn't like this. I mean, he doesn't even know where his other Lemure is at this point. They're like running off in the woods somewhere. Mrs. Staccato,
I
you're
hope so.
conscious. You can get back up and try and hit him, but don't get too cocky. This guy has swatted you out of here twice now.
Yeah. So I kind of like stumble up to my knees, drag one up, and I'm like, I am coming for you, you motherfucker. Let's see how this goes. God damn it.
With his 21 will
Alright,
DC
I
against
think-
fear.
Yeah, I think I've actually, since I've already failed, it doesn't matter, come to think of it. Because I can't, he's immune.
Yeah, he's bolstered, so
Anyway.
don't waste your action on
Yeah,
that.
it's irrelevant. Okay. How far can I move? 5, 10, 15. Can I get through here and get all the way around to the back of him?
That will take you like a whole turn or two to do, but you could definitely try. Like, you gotta get up first.
Is there a button I press to get up so I'm not prone anymore?
Okay, there's something very funky going on right now. Let's see if this... Okay. Mr. Rain, I'm trying to... No, there's just something funny going on with your character. Prone. Let's get rid of that.
Alright.
Thank you. There we go. Yeah, under effects. It's a little star on your blue ribbon.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I'm not really going to be able to try to come in again, but yeah. So I'm going to shoot. I guess I don't really have much else that I can do here.
Pew!
No, actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna drag myself around and try to like give him by surprise. So let's see. I can move 20 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20. No, I can't get through this window.
Yes, you can, actually.
Let me out. I can't.
Oh, it's just being naughty. Here you go. It's just very specific about those things. I don't know why. Oh, it's because there's physically a... Okay, that's why. Well, you're on the other side of the window now. As they say.
All right. Well, I don't know. It's anyway. I'm gonna just assume my move is moving around and getting into position, so I only need one more move to attack him. For some reason, I can't get my token through.
You would end up over here. Well, you're already around the corner for me, but.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, well that's it. That's fine.
Hold on, we'll actually toss his flight aside for a brief moment. Because he's gonna grab Inger and huck her, as they say, into yonder pond.
How affectionate.
And he picks up his flail and oh wait, and comes on after you. Luckily, the water broke your fall. Sploosh.
Oh no, the water broke.
Argus, you're still fighting this big goopy boy who's having no difficulty beating you up.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so also something that I've been reading wrong about this particular thing. It says I only need to target, and it triggers if I hit at least once. So if I hit this time, it's gonna go in effect, and this thing doesn't die. That's the one.
Oh. That is how that works. Funny. Nice. Well,
Yeah.
that is a crit, so you might not even need to do anything. Yeah, you're finally done.
Fucking jeez. I'm gonna spend the other 2 actions getting back here.
Chiharu. No, I said skip to defeat it. Gosh, why is that so hard for you to understand?
Oh.
You see this big armored guy ready with a flail to like jump on top of Inger who just got thrown into the mud?
What does Forbidden Ward last? Oh, it's just sustained up to a minute. Oh, right. Range, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna cast that again
Abracadabra.
to just make sure that Inga has the best chance of not dying.
They're gonna need it.
Then
They're gonna need it, because this guy's a-coming. And then one action for what?
I can reload my crossbow at least, I think.
You go for those touch spells.
Yeah, because I'm not going in for a touch spell. No, thank you.
Inger, you've been hucked and heaved into the mud down below. You know, it's not really mud, it's more like a swampy water. Blech.
If I were to use my grappling hook to pull this boy down with me, would that affect him? What with the plate and the mud?
I mean, sure, you could definitely try that. I would, however, caution you that to try to avoid him falling top of you.
Oh yeah. So, may I step to the side and then try to hoist him down?
Yes.
Love ya.
I mean, I presume that's part of the action. Like, you're not intentionally going to stand under him.
Yeah, definitely. But up.
Huck! Heave ho!
What do I roll you for this?
Athletics, please.
Would you like tries with that?
You heave him a little closer. And he splooshes into the water next to you.
Please hold. I do be double checking a thing. What is this thing? Aha. Okay, so I have the thing called Titan Wrestler.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't necessarily help you in this context, considering that he's already your size.
If I could inflict a debuff on him by shoving him deeper into the mud, or at least, making him plop down, is that something doable, or do I just whack him with the star?
You can just whack him with the star because you already pulled him while he was planning to jump in, so he's already deep in the mud, prone and everything.
Okay, hell yeah, love that for me.
Deck him real good. That's a crit, actually. Damn.
Whack. We're getting down and dirty in this ditch.
The water splashes up, mixing with blood, officially drawn cheek blood. Mr. Staccato, he's prone on the ground. I don't think he can see much with all that murky water in his face, but...
So he's underneath this kind of rotting bridge.
Well, not under the rotting bridge is already on the water level and beginning to sink as time does, but
Okay, so there's nothing like above him, like pieces
no,
of broken bridge and stuff like that.
not really.
Okay, I had high hopes. All right. Then I'm going to. All right, so I'm assuming that I'm above these guys. I'm like on the ground up above, so I can move over to the other
Yes.
side, right?
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna move along the side here, and I'm I'm gonna dive down and be like, "I'm gonna drown you, motherfucker!" And I can't intimidate him again, but I can
I don't think he.
jump down.
I
I'm
don't.
gonna jump from like on top of like the floating piece of wood
Yes.
there and start slashing at him as he's down in the water.
I don't know how much he could hear you when he's underwater, but hey.
Yeah, you know.
AC 20, so that's a hit.
Cool. Come on. All right. There you go. 1 damage.
Well, that's
Take
interesting.
that.
If you do half of 1 and it rounds to 0, it says it's healing.
Why is it he's taking half damage?
No, I clicked that one by accident, but apparently when it rounds to 0, it reverts to healing.
Nice.
Or it calls it healing, because, healing is negative damage. This guy's on the ground. He'll try to get up. Inger, you have an attack of opportunity as he does so. As you see him, go out of the water.
Can I feed him like a nice little breath of Morning Star?
Definitely, that's what I said.
Hell yes.
You can make
So
your
is
strike
that
with whatever you
a-
like.
Okay. Is that a
No,
map or-
no map. This is outside of your turn.
Okay, thank you.
Ow, right in the face. Well, since he has his flail again, and he's very, very angry now, he says that just because I'm close to death doesn't mean you aren't. Whoopsh. Careful there, Inger.
Ciao.
And then he does this awkward thing on the backswing, which really doesn't make sense, which is why Mr. Staccato doesn't get hit by it. Inger, you take all the 9 damage. Like so.
Oh? Oop. Excusez-moi, excusez-moi.
If you had your shield raised, that would make sense, but you didn't. Argus,
Yes.
run back to your friends now!
Yes. Is it possible for me to switch to the arrow stance and shoot him from where I am? That would take 2 actions.
You probably see like his head poking out, sure.
Yeah, sure. So I'll move as close as possible. I'm going to spend 1 more action to use the bow. I'm going to shoot him.
Pew pew.
Yes. Well, the flurry of blow. I mean, flurry of blow still counts for this. Wait, hold on. If he is within the range, is he within the range, which is 50 feet?
If he's within the range, is he within the range? What?
Flurry of blows works if they are within 50 feet or something of the sort, I believe. There is some kind of range limitation.
If you click the feet, it tells you. So, yes, he is. Go ahead.
Alright. That's the one. That's the 2.
We actually hit him.
Damage for the first one, yeah.
Yeah, actually, gosh darn did it. Chiharu. Why is it not skipping this guy?
It should be adding +3 damage to that too, so hold on, let me check that.
Why is Inger at 0?
She's not.
Eh?
She
It
had
says-
16.
And she had like 16 and she took 9 damage, so she should be at 7.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. I think something got miscalculated.
Oh, you took the damage twice. I guess I must have gone wrong. Alright,
Yeah.
Mr. Chiharu, what do you do?
Well, 2 action heal on Inger.
Aw. Thanks.
Pew pew pew.
Then last action to
Sustain.
Oh yes, sustain. Yes.
Inger, invigorated, fresh and fruity. You feel ready to give this guy another what for?
Yeah, cool. As always, it's time to get a weapon.
He's flanked, so you got all the flat-footedness you want to give him a good old smacky-dacky. Miss.
Gosh dang it. Well, a miss is just another chance to get a hit.
You can tell that despite standing waist knee-deep in bog water, his armor
Yeah.
still works real good.
Was that?
Mr. Staccato seems to be shifting his tactics, planning to go for the old drowning someone in bog water maneuver, as they like to call it.
Hey guys, sorry. Is it my turn?
Yes, it just so happens to be.
Nice, that worked out. Okay, cool. So I am going to. Yeah, I'm just gonna go hit him. I don't see any safe way that I can try to get panache in this situation here.
That's a hit.
Man, yeah, I really need panache to do any goddamn damage. Okay, there's not a lot else I can do because this guy has attack of opportunity. Oh, I got an idea. Here we go. I'm gonna make this ghost sound of that giant frog thing that was living around here. So I guess I'll roll deception.
The somatic component would allow him to smack you.
Why? Because I can move. Really?
Somatic, yeah. Spellcasting is not something you want to do in your fighters.
Somatic
Alright.
counts as manipulate and manipulate triggers. It's weird.
Oh, that's dumb. All right. Well, then I'm not going to do that, and instead I will do.
Delightful.
Yeah, that's what I got.
The Hell Knight drops his flail for one last time, and Inger, he is going to come right at you with both hands, and he just straight up pushes you underwater and tries to hold you there.
Not ideal.
It is non-ideal. You are currently... It's kind of hard to see when your face is shrouded in murky swamp water. It's also hard to see when, air gets pushed out of your lung from a very heavy armored person knocking into your chest to get all the air out. Argus,
Yes.
did you know that drowning doesn't give a shit about your hit points?
I know. Going to run up to him and I'm gonna. Well, let's assume I kick him in the fucking head, but it's still this. I'm going to use both of my hero points to give +4 in both of these attacks because I want to put him in the fucking ground or in the water, I suppose. That's the first one. That's the second one.
Well, you hit him once, so that's nice.
Yep. That's the damage.
Well, he's got 9 hit points left. I'll just tell you that one.
Yeah. And I am going to exhumate him and to close the door. Again, step out of range.
I honestly don't think he's going to be a threat to you anytime soon, considering that he seems to be very preoccupied with turning Inger into a bog's mummy.
Fine. In that
Chiharu.
case, he just gets an extra one. Let's see if it's a crit.
Chiharu, I have some bad news for you. You cannot see
What?
Inger from your current position, considering this guy is on top of her and it's mostly a splishy-splashy mess of water and reeds.
I see.
You can still sustain your spell just fine, though.
Okay. Go for another goody divine lance.
If you kill this man, I'll be very upset at you. Thank you.
Done.
Inger.
Okay.
It is quite the situation to be in right now.
Indeed it is. Can you tell me if my arms are restrained?
No, he seems to be mostly fixated on keeping your head below water, more than keeping your arms from doing anything. However, again, because your face is full of reeds and murky water, there is a chance you'll flail wildly more than you'll hit him directly.
Mm-hmm.
That's to say you're dazzled.
Yes. Could I, drop my Morning Star, because that shit's heavy, even when I'm not underwater, and grasp my clan dagger?
Oh.
Which, yeah.
Sure.
And, use one hand to find, to grab his face, find his eyes, and the other one to just like stab him in the eyeball. To attempt
Fair
to
enough.
stab him in the eyeball.
Fair enough. Let him have it. Let him have it. You grab his head firmly. Ooh, you actually straight up hit him. Damn.
The power of dwarven family heirlooms.
You know what? I'll let you have that one. I'll let you have that one. As you splish and sploosh in the water, feeling the air run out, you get him right in the eyes. At least I think you were trying to go right for the eyes. I don't think it matters where you hit him, because after a few moments, you can verify for yourself where you hit him, considering that he seems to loosen his grip and fall off of you. All the energy and adrenaline leaving his body, together with most of his blood, creating a nice big red stain in this green swamp water.
What a nice way
Wait.
to have a weekend. I would like to like yoink myself up, cough, mayhap hork up a little bit of water, and just crawl towards shore.
Yeah, you definitely have a little bit of time to rub your eyes out and get a little drink.
I'll pull Inger out and give them the potions from my bandolier.
Love you.
I mean, Inger doesn't need any healing right now. Not badly. They do, however, probably would prefer a stamina break to quickly catch their breath and probably have a snack. Ugh.
There would be more, and I do the same to Mr. Staccato.
Yeah, thanks. That guy was kind of a fucking fool.
Now, considering my character is a petty thief, or at the very least a burglar, they would probably suggest that we probably don't want this blood on our hands, so how about we just lock them in that prison below and hope, just hope, that they assume the goblins got to them, or were it Morlocks? Or no, not Morlocks. Christ, who was using
Morlocks were one floor below. On this level was all the midflits.
yeah, the Morlocks, and hope that the Hell Knights assume that the Morlocks got to them rather than us.
You seem to have a very odd impression as to how fancy forensic technology is in this day and age.
I'm a lot more interested in what kind of shit this guy has on him that we can take.
Good
No,
news!
That's what I was talking about. Like, probably shouldn't take their armor and stuff. If
Yeah,
they're walking around with identifiable items, they'll know it was us.
Well,
nice thing is they got runes and shit.
you don't need to steal his weapons to steal the runes that are on his weapons and all. If you have rune stones and you just want to rub them on real fast, he does have a +1 armor rune and a +1 weapon potency rune. So his Warflow is +1 and his half plate is +1.
We don't have those runes on hand right now, I believe, because we haven't gotten around to buying them just yet. We could, and then swing by.
It's 40 minutes back and forth to town, and you could probably easily find a runestone there. First level item, 3 gold pieces.
I can run pretty fast. I'll go grab stuff and bring it back.
In the meantime, the rest can take a stamina break and recover a little bit. Or maybe Chiharu can do it, considering that he's completely unharmed.
Yeah.
Oh, you know,
Well, I
fair
mean,
enough.
but I
Chiharu,
also
would you
have
mind?
lay of hands so I can heal everyone during the meantime.
You can figure yourself out. In the meantime, Mr. Staccato, other than his magically enhanced weapons, you do find orders on him, as you would expect.
What do the orders say?
He appears to be a recently graduated Hell Knight, and as he has a promising career ahead of him, he was told to go, check out the countryside. Just do a little patrol, have a little look, make some friends, show him what law and order looks like. It's entirely possible that the Hell Knights have no idea what the hell that he was here or is doing anything here at all. So his whole laying claim on this place, odds are minimal that you'll actually run into any other Hell Knights anytime soon.
It's such a tragedy that such a bright and promising young man chose to pick a fight with the wrong fucking people. I shed one tiny fairy tear.
It's really small.
That's because they're tiny. Okay, just for the sake of keeping track of money and such.
Yes.
How much do those runes cost? Do we need
Runestone costs 3 gold pieces per.
3 gold pieces per. We can, yeah, sure, fair enough. Jiharu, would you mind swinging by
Yeah.
now?
Yes, I can do that.
I'm going
So
to
how
do
many?
those.
So like 2 runestones?
Yes,
Yeah,
for his weapon
because
and for
I
his
only
armor.
because you can
Okay.
transfer on one at a time. That's fine, and we can keep them forever.
The runestones stay like that for pretty much until the magic runs out and they explode naturally, but that's going to be a while.
Right.
Don't worry.
No. What I meant is those transfer ones are not one-use items.
They are. Once you use a runestone and you slap the rune onto something else, the runestone itself crackles from the process.
Okay, fair enough. Well, in that case, I've subtracted the 6 gold pieces for that. That's gonna be
Yep.
fine.
Should I buy one more just in case?
Well, in that case, it's gonna be 12 gold pieces.
Anyway, Shiharo, don't worry about casting heal to cover up those last few hit points. Winnie's got you covered on that regard.
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna get back to town, buy runestones.
Man, that was a tough fight.
That was way tougher than it should have been.
Yeah, I am not entirely sure what's up with my.
The
dog,
numbers,
but
your god awful rolls are the problem.
It's fine. You're not dependent on me.
Also, the fact that he basically slammed Staccato into the ground with ease. That also
Yeah.
really tipped the scales very early on.
And he was very much, pretty much perfectly built to stop me.
Yes. Well, you'll get to scare the shit out of a lot of Morlocks down below, don't worry.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay,
like,
so-
Mr. Staccato is kind of bad against, like, single big dudes, because, you know, intimidation doesn't work that well, and also fighters. It's,
Yeah.
again...
And I can't move around. Yeah.
But on the plus side, he's gone now, and you get to take the fun things from him.
I am glad.
By the way, if you're wondering about that slurk, it's still around. If you look over there, you can see that it's still there.
If anything, I'll probably feed the corpse to them.
It'll gladly partake in that nice meaty body.
Yeah. Also, the bodies of those creatures. Why not?
I don't think you should feed them the lemures because they're like turning into this sulfuric gas from decomposition. That doesn't seem very healthy.
Oh, so it would be poison. Fair enough. Well, I mean, if the bodies will just dissipate and rot away, that's fine. I just don't want to leave any traces that this has happened.
Cool.
All right, so if we're doing a town trip, can we take these runes and stick them on somebody? So far, the rune count is I've got one and Argus has got one. So I guess Inger needs one and Chiharo needs one.
I don't need the armor one because I keep coming in and out of range.
So I guess Argus, Chiharo, do you want to take the armor one? And Inger, you want to take the weapon? No, Inger, you've already got a weapon, right? From your
Yeah.
the Morningstar?
Yeah, that was from Belucci. So I'm not pressed for anything in particular.
Okay, so just to be clear, the rune that he had on his weapon, that was a striking rune, right?
No, just a potency rune.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had one potency rune for armor, and I believe potency rune for.
And all of us already have potency runes on our weapons, correct?
I don't, but I don't plan on using them too much, so it's
Right,
not a huge
yeah.
deal.
Well, I mean,
All
Inger
the melee fighters.
Inger has a +1 Morning Star, but I think her main weapon is the longsword. But that's up to her to decide what she wants to use.
I could put it on my bow. That would help.
Well, you can sort that out some other time, because we're gonna say that it's about 50 to 40 minutes later. It's an hour. Who cares? You've rested up. You get time to spend your stamina points, talk up a little bit, maybe reflect.
Can I get some medicine on me? Did I get that already? Because then I get to clear my wound.
You're good. You're Winnie can definitely get your hit points back, but medicine. Oh, actually, Winnie's like a super big boy when it comes to treating medicine. So
Yeah, he used treat wounds, and so that clears my wound condition.
Winnie will slap a big band-aid on your forehead. There you go.
Thanks, man.
Oh, okay. So here's an explanation. Argus is just very tall. He has problems hitting doors that are very short.
God dang it! Why are you so short? I can't fight people this short. They're too itty bitty.
Have to, yes, but on the bright side, I can easily put my fucking foot on their head.
Fair enough.
Use them as a footrest.
All right, foot and mouth technology, man.
Foot and mouth.
It's a bit later
Yes.
now. You've all rested up. Don't forget to give your stamina. If you spend a resolve point, you can get your stamina backs.
Yes.
Let me go take care of that for you there, Lady Inger. There you go.
Yep.
By the way, how's everyone liking the little mouse over things you have? You can mouse over dudes.
Oh,
That
with the
is-
stats?
Yes.
This is great. I'm
Yeah.
loving it.
Yeah, it's
Bless,
very nice.
amazing.
Oh, so we can see each other's hit points and stuff?
And some basic stuff, basically. Makes it a bit easier to tell what's up, and you can yell at people to spend their hero points.
Wow, we have terrible will saves.
If this party ever has to... Actually, I mean, Chiharu has 10. Jesus.
I mean,
Right.
we're only level 2, so, you know, don't...
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so let's head on downstairs, yeah? Let's go
Yeah.
mess with some people that aren't trained warriors.
Winnie politely asks you to bundle up, boys, so that they can teleport you to the next floor, since we don't have stairs.
Sweet.
Okay.
It's easy for me to copy-paste. I'm going to do something. I'm going to preload the scene. I imagine you're taking the same stairs as the last time, so I'll just put you in... Oh, whoops. See, benefit is now I can just drag you onto the property. There we go. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Unfortunately, I forgot to turn your light sources back on. So it was super dark where I was. Boop. Man, Sunburst looks way sunburstier nowadays.
It's just a light cantrip.
Give it a moment, you'll get in here soon enough. Oh, it's orange now. Before it was always just colorless, but now it's just like, yep, it's proper orange. Proper yellow. Yellow.
I am shiny. Fear me.
Actually, Winnie also has light cantrip, so they can become a glowing baby too. You can throw them like a flashbang into a room. On that note, since Winnie can cast light, who here would also like to be a light source? So, you know, to avoid that awkward situation that we had with the Morlocks last time.
I can do it.
Arcus, you like run away a lot. I think it might be better if one of the two fighting boys who don't run away the whole time have it.
Don't underestimate the stroboscope effect. Excuse me, strobe light.
I mean, yes, the Morlocks are in fact negatively impacted by bright lights, so yes. But anyway, I think Nadia is having some slight issues. There he is.
Hey, yeah, I'll be a light source, sure.
Mr. Staccato's now bright as a Christmas tree.
Is this a fairy light?
Just call me Tinkerbell.
I am sideways. Hold on, let me rotate myself. There.
Well,
Let's go. Ladies and gents, does
Okay.
maybe someone besides me want to charge face first into this shit?
Sure. Yes. I suppose. Oh my God, it's like that Kronk thing with an angel and a devil on my shoulders, except it's Mr. Staccato and Winnie. Except they're both devils. Sure.
I think you should eat more bananas for your potassium intake. Argus is charging bravely into the pure blackness.
What is a banana?
It's a great question. I don't have an answer. Argus, you can't see anything.
I know.
It takes 5 seconds for you to go. The person up front gets the light spell.
Yes. I mean, I'm fairly sure I'm strong enough to just kind of lift them, keep them under my arm, and use them as a flashlight.
All right, I get to pull up the fucking thing again because we're doing things that are happening that way. Ooh, ooh.
Oh,
Give me 5 moments, Argus, before you start having opinions about watching congregations of people. Remember the.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I forgot to have an important map out, which is the one that has the legend numbers on them, because I need to know what number room this is so that I can look up what's in the room. B8. Thank you. The servants' room.
Do you have a second screen?
Yes, I have multiple things open off to the side. This large open area is a filthy mess, even beyond the collapse to the south, that clogs part of the room with rubble. Half-eaten fish, cat-sized beetles, and bits of waterfowl are strewn about in a tangle of mid-gnawed bones of larger creatures. Also, in this fine room are 4 Morlocks. They're not like the other guys with those big fancy tools or wearing any cool equipment. These just look to be random dudes who have been spending some time just lounging about. They seem to be quartering here from time to time. And also, bapping up the ceiling. They also seem to be fiddling with some partially ruined ballistas that they've been able to recover. And they
Let's see
give
if
you...
we can manage this without immediate violence, yeah?
Mr. Staccato, how unbecoming of you.
All right, so we come in. My arms are wide. I don't have weapons drawn, but it's very clear that we can be drawing weapons if necessary. We walk slowly, we make eye contact, but no sudden immediate moves. I don't think these guys speak any languages that we speak, though.
If I recall correctly, they mostly speak Undercommon, yes? They didn't respond to much chit-chat before.
All right, so I'm going to give a long, slow look. All right, my hands are open wide. I'm rolling intimidation, but well, decent, not great. Just to make it very clear that we don't want to fight, but if they want to fight, it will not go well for them.
They seem to be extremely agitated by the light source. Again, these guys are very sensitive to light, like the last time. So these individuals, I mean, like when Argus and Flashlight walk in.
All right, Argus, can you
Yes.
mind walking back just a little bit? So there's still light, but it's not like shining right in their eyes. You're sitting in the dark and someone shines a light right in your eyes? It's fucking annoying as shit.
I imagine that Argus puts a hand in front of it so that the ambient light still lights up the room, but it's not right in their face.
Perfect, thank you.
Marvelous.
Right, so I'm gonna roll diplomacy to try to indicate, a general lack of desire to shed one another's blood.
Despite the linguistic barrier, they seem to understand that you do not immediately intend to kill them, which causes them to drop their guard a bit. So,
Okay, so
Any of the languages that we speak.
we already discussed they only speak Undercommon. Winnie, do you speak Undercommon with all your many languages? Maybe. But they're here to be a mentor figure. Also, they'd much prefer to kill these people and take their stuff, considering that the Midflits are already not on good terms with them, but hey. Winnie's okay with casual murder, it seems.
okay, so my map has gone out again. Do we need to get past these guys? Is that why we came in here?
Taking what Argus saw in the room, there does seem to be at least 2 hallways to the south that go somewhere else, and 2 doors to the east that he caught a glimpse of. So there's plenty of places to go beyond past them. However, you could also go to the north in this hallway that you're already in that doesn't directly confront them, so it's up to you to decide where you want to be.
I want to try to indicate, pointing at the different doors and trying to indicate, do they have any preferences about places they would prefer we not go, or places that they would suggest we not go?
They seem wholly negative about the southernmost exit. Like, the southernmost thing going west. However, every other door they seem passive about.
All right, well, let's avoid the southern door. And any of the other ones, you guys pick.
You got 3 major options. You can go north in the hallway you're in, or you can go to the west door, or to one of the 2 east doors. Ooh!
Oh, let's explore the room that we are already in. So, the one that we just entered in. The east and west.
So, Argus, over here is a 2-wide hallway that goes off to the west. This is the one they didn't want you to go in, and there's 2 doors over here to the east that you probably caught a glimpse of when you were checking the room.
Fair enough, makes sense. If they don't protest, I'm going to head to the east corridor.
I'm going to turn those sunbursts down a bit.
Yeah. I had the most fun when I bought, I think, 16 scrolls of sunburst for the final showdown, and I just kept spamming.
Nice.
Argus! When you walk through this small section of hallway, you feel an eerie chill down your spine. For a brief moment, it passes once you've reached the door.
Fair enough. If I pause and I go backwards for a sec, does it come back?
It seems to be a very specific. No, wait. It's not like actually, now that you think about it, it's just like a wispy breeze.
Oh, it's specifically just a cold breeze, not like an
Yes.
aura that's bleeding in through. Oh, okay, fair enough. Can I look around and see if there's a crack or whatever where it's coming from?
We're just going to fast forward the minute it takes you to figure out that there's a secret door here. And the secret door goes back to a place that you could have visited from the entryway you took in the first place, so I'm not going to be too noisy about it.
Fair enough. Huh.
Yes, if you were to go west in the room that you arrived in when you went downstairs, you would have entered in room B7, which is a meeting room, where a large wooden table sits in the center of this room, surrounded by several wooden chairs. Only the chair to the north seems to be particularly comfortable, although its cracked leather padding is mostly decayed. And that door over there goes back to where you came from.
Fair enough. Any documents or anything of the sort?
No,
That...
it's entirely, like, swept clean.
Fair enough. Nice chairs, though.
There.
I'd sit in it, but I don't want to... No, sit on
Well,
it.
I just wanted to give you the long and short of it. Well, you want to go west? You can go west.
Yes, I'm waiting for everybody else to join me, because everybody's, like, way back. I just don't want to run into enemies and have the already spent, like, 3 turns getting back to me.
When he's just doing a little dance. A little baby dance.
These my shoulders ache.
Saying his
still.
sons. Yeah.
I think I'm going to up just how powerful the animation thing is, because I really don't like it. Spaces per second. Ooh. Distance threshold. Oh. Let's make that 10. Duration threshold. Ooh. Let's make that 1,000. There. Oh, hey, it doesn't have to completely reload now that I turned those dice off. That's great. I love it.
Alright, well, if everybody's ready, I'm clicking on the door.
When he
Guys
puts
ready?
up the little fists. What's apparent about this large room is that it was originally a kitchen. The furnishings have been rebuilt and repositioned to create an improvised shrine. The western end of the hall, where a large fireplace for cooking of food once stood, now serves as an altar of sorts. Looming over a human corpse is a towering statue of a feminine figure made of bones, covered in sheets of smouldering cloth and hanging moss. A bare spot in the room's north wall has been decorated with mud and blood to depict the same feminine form as the statue. Spooky.
It is spooky. It's kind of tasty. Okay.
Doop.
When I
Let's check it
step
out.
in, is there any apparent magical effects that happen? Or is it just an altar where nothing special about it?
The altar does not have the same kind of resonance that a properly hollowed or sanctified or consecrated or desecrated altar would have.
Oh, so it's just a shrine. Okay, he's just an obsessed person. Fair enough. I will move over to the door and prepare to open it when the rest of the team moves.
When you get closer, by the way, the body that's in front of where you're standing right now, I'll just give you the long and short of it. It's one of those guys from the Thieves Boys that you were asked to look for. As they said, the other guys you might as well consider already dead. He has the little tattoo on his neck.
We did save the 3, though.
Yes. You saved the 3 who claim to be the only logical survivors if anyone's alive.
Fair enough. In that case, I'm going to specifically make a point that I'll grab this dude and bring him to town so they can bury him. Because they asked for proof.
Well, did you know you have a to-do list thing that you can take to-do list notes in? You just have to click the open book in the top right toolbar.
Upright
And then at the bottom, there's a little to-do list button.
to-do list. New task. Got it.
You can even set how important it is. And you can even make it secret from me, you naughty boy.
I have no secrets from GMs.
No inclination. Oh. Well, if you feel like desecrating the altar, there are some sparkly gems and runes glowing in front of the divine statue. So if you feel like incurring a divine wrath, you're free to do so.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, right here. Yeah,
Could we do like a
divine wrath.
fast
That's cool.
test
Gems.
on if it's magically trapped or otherwise trapped? Like just before desecrating anything.
Does anyone have detect magic?
Uh,
Power might.
I have read aura.
We'll say that you
Nice.
cheat. You say that you're a bit cheeky. There's nothing magical here other than the items that are in front of the altar.
Mm-hmm.
So the divine wrath doesn't work like that either. Like the god, it doesn't have to be enchanted for a god to just smite you out of thin air. But if you do decide to rob this place, there is a sparkly gem that's worth some money, a rune for weapon potency +1, which is still worth like 35, if you sell it half that, and a gem that your read aura friend can easily tell you is probably a spooky gem of spookiness.
Bad vibes.
Nice.
Now the question is, do you want to incur this wrath, or do you want Argus to open the next door?
I am not touching any of that, but if everybody else is willing, fine, do it.
Please,
Yeah, I'll take
please
it.
don't.
I'm not touching anything.
As the religious person, please don't.
All right, fine. Just for you, just because you saved my life like 3 times in the last 20 minutes.
So is that a yes or a no? Because you're a bit contrasting talk.
No, I was going to, but then Chihiro asked me politely not to, and out of respect,
Gotcha.
I will refrain.
Inger, I don't think you have the dwarf
Mhm.
special eyes, but being a dwarf that you
Mhm.
are, you would definitely pick up that there's that painting on the north wall.
Yeah.
Your eyes would definitely pick up that the way the painting has been drawn, there are these odd cracks in, like when you color or write something and there's like a seam in the paper, you get those cracks in between the lines and everything. The painting on the north wall has that.
Mhm.
You just idly notice that as everyone else seems to be obsessed with that statue and the big pile of loot in front of it.
I would like to take a peek at this with my eyes. Like a bit of a closer examination of things.
A closer examination reveals that the lines are not just disjointed, but indeed there seems to be a seam. Running your fingers past it will reveal, or just standing close to it will reveal that there's a slight breeze coming through it. Though this breeze has a mixture of both big stinky and, well, more like mummified dry stinky, and a shadowy sense of dread. Like light seems to dim slightly when close to it.
Gang, please don't touch anything. We have a secret space full of either depression or an undead somethings.
Does it also smell like money?
Like mummy, yes.
Money.
Like money.
Yeah, mummy. Depends on how much you can sell a mummy, which historically has been a lot.
Winnie says that your stand-up routine could use some work.
I thought you were fun.
Would my crafting do anything to seeing how this thing is constructed and like how we could pull it open or how to not pull it open?
Okay, so I'm just going to ask you this question. How thorough do you want to be about this?
I mean,
10 minutes thorough or
reasonably,
like a day thorough?
like, assess immediate danger and the potential for leaving anything dangerous behind us.
So
Like, not above like 20 minutes.
a little bit of shining a little light around. You can discover that this is a door with no handle on this side, so you probably, if you just jam a crowbar in there, you could wedge this thing open. And all you see is hinges, no like locks or anything through the cracks.
Definitely sounds like a plan. I would like to ask my gang, like for at least somebody to join me here, so we have a flank potential in case something you. But otherwise, yes, crowbar and peek.
Sure, sounds good.
Hell yeah.
Wait, let me just set this door to be visible now. Is door. There you go. It's door now.
Oh, yeah. Okay, taking a crack at it.
Also, a thing that they've done is secret doors now have a different door icon.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're not these big bolty doors, but like a nice... Alright, well, you decide to open this door. Everyone else is apparently perfectly okay with this very forward plan.
So,
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. What's the worst that could happen?
This 5-foot wide hallway features 3 alcoves on each side, stone sarcophagi standing upright in each. A door leads out to the north. The shadows in this place appear to be sharper and darker than normal. Additionally, they seem to flit and move slightly. Even within your dark vision, they appear solid. Additionally, there's this constant distant echo of like fancy heeled shoes clacking on the ground.
Can somebody yeet like a check upon this? Like, does anybody recognize this in the gang?
Religion might help you. This sounds like a spooky haunting, if anything.
Okay. I've got religion 4. All y'all?
A roll never hurt, did it? Also, Chihiro is trained in religion. He probably has a better idea than most people.
Yeah, like,
At least look around.
Yes. Sorry.
You're okay.
Two things. First and foremost. Oh, cool. You actually rolled enough, Mr. Chiharu. Mr. Staccato will notice that there is the faint shape of like a finely dressed humanoid female figure who walks from the sarcophagi alcoves one to another, but it's different which one she comes in and which she goes out of. As for Chiharu, Mr. Staccato's information helps you figure one thing out. This is a shadow. Shadows are very bad. You do not want to fight a shadow unless you are well prepared to fight something that is incorporeal enough that most weapons and equipment don't work properly.
I'm gonna ease that door shut.
Now, there is one thing that helps, and that is that if you make a weapon that you use enchanted with light, then it works better, but it still ain't a fight you want to get into. To put it politely, it has resistance 5 to all forms of damage, and that is if the item is magical. If it's not, it gets 10. So, don't fight that until you're ready.
I can't fight it unless I roll a critical max damage.
More importantly, shadows have very little difficulty touching you, and when they do, they suck out your life, and they make more shadows out of you. So, again, Chiharu, you know the stories of don't fuck with them unless you're ready.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna fuck with them. I'm gonna take them out on a date first.
The interesting part is that while the shadow is also level 4 like the guy upstairs, this one's probably scarier for a bunch of reasons.
Yeah.
There's also the part where shadows can go straight into fucking walls and attack you from the walls, and it's really annoying to deal with that. Alright then.
Yes.
When he's like, well, I can take care of that for you, but where would the sport in that be?
I wouldn't be very sportsmanlike, yes.
You guys gotta learn that sometimes something's spooky scary, and you gotta be ready for it. Additionally, I don't want to have my shadow stolen either.
I mean,
Let's just leave that fella alone.
There is another door here.
Yeah.
Technically, it could be good for thieves.
Would it be possible?
Right, yes.
Would it be possible for us, or at least me, to mark the door somehow?
What do you mean, mark it?
Like, take a little knife, and if this is the chippable kind of rock, to just like write "shade inside, don't go in case we get followed or somebody else comes after us.
I imagine that
I
clan
don't-
daggers are very well constructed for this purpose.
Yes.
That makes sense to me.
Yes. I would like to do that. Just
Chick, chick.
like, what it is, don't go in.
I presume you write it in a couple of languages just to be certain.
Yeah, I know Jotun, I know Common, and I think Dwarvish.
Well,
I mean,
if
I-
a dwarf,
I
giant,
don't-
or a humanoid comes by, I'm sure they'll know not to go in there.
Yeah. So that's a nice range of options. So people can not get guided. But yeah.
Well, Argus, it seems like it's gonna be your door after all.
Yes.
Kick it open, baby!
I know how to open doors, Safi.
That's Winnie talking.
Oh. I just
What?
use the handle. No,
Only-
I don't say anything, I just use the handle.
Only a few fragments of shelving that once lined the walls of this pantry remain today. This appears to be some sort of food storage place, but it's been picked clean by hungry boys. There are two doors here, one leading west and one leading east. Huh.
I assume the one leading east is not going to lead to the same area as the secret door. I'm going to slowly peek.
I'm gonna check the room. Did they kick everything clean?
Definitely. You're looking at what is mostly a bald square box. I don't think hiding anything here is easy.
Alright.
Don't waste your good rolls. Just ask me, and sometimes I'll just straight up tell you, nah, man, odds are low.
Good rolls, wasting good rolls is not actually
Listen,
on my. It feels that way.
wah! That's what you get from me, baby. All right, Argus. Winnie's all telling you to keep opening those doors. You'll find something, someplace, sometime soon, maybe.
The door on the east carefully in case it leads to the place with the shadows.
It doesn't. It leads to a stairway going down.
Okay. I'm gonna close that for now until we're done with the floor.
Before you go on, I would like to see if there's anything at the bottom of the stairs that might make your ears go whoopity whoopity whoop. Let's see, that's 16.
I do have ears, yes.
Actually, I need to pull up my map because I think you are going to hear something from down below. Oh yeah, that's where that lady's hanging out. You'll hear some distant whisking of pages coming from deeper down, and some mutterings. But you can also go to the west. That is a direction you are allowed to travel in.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep that for later. And just check this door before we go forward. Everybody okay with that?
Yeah, let's not leave anything
Do it.
behind us.
Alright. I can see a cage. A bird cage.
Those are not bird cages, those are boats. I mean, you can't see this quite yet, but if you were in the room completely, then at the north end of the small cave, the mouth of a swampy flooded cavern yawns. A few ruined rowboats lie in heaps on the floor of this cavern, strewn next to tangled coils of rope. The remnants of a pulley system hangs from the ceiling.
What is the pulley connected to?
The pulley would originally connect to Argus over here. You see the shoreline up here? That's where the pulley system would connect to.
Oh, so it's like a ferry.
It would probably also lead outside, but those signs are old and withered and haven't been used in forever. Additionally, while you're in this room, you will hear voices all the way from down south for this passage. They sound like Morlocks.
Well, we don't plan to fight them just yet, I suppose. I'm going to report that back to the party and ask what they think where we should go. Mr. Staccato, you generally have your head on straight unless it stops.
Yeah.
Where should we head?
I still cannot see the map, so I'm gonna go with. I would have my head on straight, but I literally cannot see anything
Okay,
about where
so
we're at.
just to describe the options, we can cross across a little muddy pond. We can go towards the sound of more Morlocks, and we can go down the stairs where the sound of book being flipped through comes from.
I feel like downstairs generally means an increase in difficulty here. So I'd say.
What's an increase in difficulty, Mr. Staccato?
Well, yes.
Bigger, stronger creatures sink through the ground. That's how that works.
There you go. They're tough. They're tough. I feel like we're generally having more success doing this one floor at a time. I'm not super eager to meet more Morlocks, so I'd say let's cross the water.
Oh, also lucky for you, there's one extra door that we haven't opened yet. May I?
Yeah, do it. That sounds good.
Sure.
The walls of this octagonal chamber are adorned with swirling runes, carved into the stone and then filled with dull silver metal. The floor is polished smooth, and the ceiling is 10 feet above. When Winnie pops into the room, he's going to save you a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Because he knows a teleportation circle when he sees one. Their baby.
Okay.
Baby with a big self.
They give it a little kick. And your only spellcaster, Chiharu, could have told you this ahead of time. But this circle seems to have lost its luster. That is to say, there's a system in this dungeon where every floor has like a cool teleportation circle on it somewhere that you can activate, but you need to find the activation ritual first, and you don't have that yet.
That's a shame.
Okay.
Just saving that little headache. You might want to remember that this is here, if you care about that. You can also just peel out all the silver and keep it for yourself.
No, I'll keep it here. We might have to go up and down several floors if it is metagaming in any way similar to Emerald Spire. You know, it's probably the character motivation is probably don't disturb magic.
I think
Okay,
the reason
I'm
why
going
we're
to
here is to
sounds good.
disturb some magic.
Yoink. Yoink.
That is true.
Well, Winnie's a big old baby, and they're like feet forward, Argus. Where are we going?
Hold on. Okay, I'm just creating a task just in case we need to investigate that circle later. I suppose across the water there's a pulley system. Is the rope just slack completely, or is it still?
Unfortunately, the mechanism has not been maintained in a good fashion, so you're going to have to pull the actual boat across, like you'd have to brace yourself against it and then pull on the rope.
Okay, that's fair enough. I can do that. I'd like to do that. I'll pull the boat that looks the most buoyant, and then I'm going to help the party travel over across.
A little bit of effort later, and you have a little boat on the water.
Yep.
Let me draw a little itty bitty boat for you. It's gonna look like
Yes.
absolute shit, but hey, it's a boat.
That's okay.
Oh no, I've turned furnace off, so I don't have cool drawing tools. This one says new text for no good reason. But out here, boy makes do. Here's a boat.
Yes. Fair enough. The road basically leads from here to. Oops, excuse me. Where's the line? It goes like this, roughly, correct?
Roughly.
Okay, fair enough. There's
I mean-
more space here, but I don't suppose we have anything to roll with.
I mean, the water here is actually... Once you throw the boat in, you could probably wade the water if you absolutely had to, but it would be up to your waist and not the best thing.
Yeah, I don't want to go. I don't like going into the water that I don't see the bottom of. In any case, I'm going to help everybody cross, even if it takes like a couple trips, I assume.
Argus, once you go across the water the first time, who's with you?
I assume Mr. Staccato and Winnie.
Um,
So those would be
Yeah.
very light loads. So maybe Chiharu, because I don't want to leave them alone. Inger can probably last long enough if something happens.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Once
I'm
you
a
do this,
total-
Argus, it doesn't take long before your boat suddenly gets sloshed around, and you hear this big boop at the bottom of your fine vessel.
There's something in the water then.
There is something in the water, and you hear this deep, gurgling grumble from below.
Okay. Does this happen as we disembark on the other side, or is it happening like?
This
in the
happens
middle?
as you are partially to the other
Partially.
side.
Okay.
Oh, great.
In that case, I'm going to quickly reach into my ration, grab the tastiest looking piece of meat, and just toss it somewhere over here, like at the far edge of the freaking thing.
You know,
Nice.
that might have worked if you weren't inside of its home and it was trying to defend its territory.
Gotcha.
Hello.
Okay, what the fuck are you?
Well, it's gonna be the person eating you for dinner, so say hello.
Hello. Okay, select myself, roll. There we go.
Oh, stinky. There. Argus.
Oh.
Yes.
The big boy raises its head from the water.
Yes.
Oh. Well, that's hilarious. And as it does so, it spits out this big ol' blobule of gross! Ew!
Seen that before.
Can everyone... Okay, here we go. In a 10-foot burst. So it's like Kirsch. Like a large portion of your boat starts to melt away. Oh, that's a strong roll.
Well, I suppose I was at least a little bit prepared.
Winnie's all like, "Aw, heck!" Huh! Wow, you botched that roll, Winnie. Huh! My arm! I use that for pointing at things. Chiharu and Mr. Staccato also get to make a reflex check as you are bombarded with acid.
I made the reflex.
If you made it, then you take half. If you fail, you take full. And also, you take 1d6 persistent acid damage. And also, you're slowed down by all this.
So I only take half, correct?
Verily.
Actually.
After this, the creatures begin sinking back underwater. Argus!
Yes.
Now, maybe all those boats were ruined for a reason.
Yeah, perhaps. Let me
Yes.
think first. Well, I mean, I don't have the time to think, I suppose. I suggest pulling back and then coming back here later because this thing is a little too dangerous from here. I feel like. So I am, while it backs away, I assume it's like some kind of threat display. Perhaps. I'm just gonna pull back. As we are in a half-dissolved boat and there's not going to be a way back if it fully falls apart. So,
Gotcha.
lesson learned.
That sounds good.
You peel your little boat backwards. Pew
Yeah,
pew.
and just for the sake of reference, I did subtract the Russian. Oh well.
Well, you did throw it in the water. It just didn't have any intended effect.
I know. That's fine. I still threw it away, so.
Once you leave your little boat and are no longer in contact with the water, it'll leave you alone. Or so it seems.
Well, if it starts coming out, I'm gonna punch its fucking teeth out.
Also, the boat that you took is melting into the swamp.
It's fine, we'll just leave it here. Fine.
Yes, Chiharu. Ow, your bones. Don't get too much bonitis.
Got the bone melty juice.
Oof, I got hit with the bone melting juice.
So, floor below then? Or,
That sounds good. Or Morlocks.
I mean, Winnie
It's
will
okay
remind
with
you
less Morlocks.
that there is still that hallway that you never went north of.
that's true, fair enough. Let's go north in that case. Let's go back. This is
Okay.
clearly not very happy.
Also,
place.
there's also the little side structure to the to the ground floor that you never did anything with.
That's true. Well, I mean, we can do it on the way out. So again, let me add a new task. Investigate structure on the surface. Thanks for reminding us.
So where do you want to go?
Again,
Of all those places.
because we're not the characters and we don't see it with our own eyes, it's sometimes hard to navigate, or at least it is for me. The corridor to the north, could you please drag us over, because there's like 50 walls in the way.
You're here now.
Yes, thank you. Well, same deal as before, approach the doors, wait for everybody to show up, and open them one by one carefully.
As you go north, you get closer and closer to this one door over here from which a ghostly green comes. As I make spooky noises at you.
Please don't.
It's literally called the Haunted Washroom, man. What do you want me to do?
Okay, Mr. Staccato, please come with us.
I would love to, but I am once again having issues. So if
Fair enough.
yeah, if you could move next
Can I
time.
assume that I'm just carrying him?
Mr. Staccato is here.
There you go. Never fear, Staccato's here.
Yeah, sorry guys, my connection's not doing well with Foundry.
This thing is closed. I suppose I can take a look with a few stools. I was not allowed to keep them in the monastery, so that we found a couple sets. I'm itching to.
Additionally, Argus, while you are up this far north in the hallway, you will hear this distant, like, someone's like having a little fun time somewhere.
Winnie, do you have relatives here?
No.
Fair enough. Well, I suppose somebody, maybe Inger, can stand at the corner and, like, be on the lookout just in case. We are technically robbing this place, so. Is that a thievery roll?
It is a thievery roll to open up a door, yes, but let me first look up what exactly is blocking this door.
Oh, fair enough. I assumed it was a lock because it made the lock sound.
Sorry guys, I'm gonna restart my computer. So I might be out for a minute.
That's okay.
Okay, maybe 21 mentions why this door is locked, because the room itself doesn't mention that. I don't know why it's locked. There's nothing here that implies that it would be. So I'm just going to say that this was a mistake of either me right-clicking and I never noticed, or some other problems, but the door is not locked. You can open it up.
Oh, fair enough.
Use your little booties and kick it open. Welcome to the room titled The Punishment Room. I don't know which one is worse, the haunted washroom or this. The broken down torture instruments lie in a half-collapsed heaps on the floor here to the north. A slumps of ruined stretching rack, while to the south a pillory lies fall on the floor. Rusty tongues and chains freed and rotten whips, and other instruments of torture line on the shelves that looked like they're about to collapse. Really pleasant place to be.
Disgusting.
Hey, don't be so harsh.
Tetanus danger.
Yeah.
Walking through this room, you hear a distant... the kind of ambient sound you would get from a long vertical shaft.
so the sound of just air. moving
Yeah.
around. Makes sense.
Whenever Winnie enters a room, it's cartwheels. Wow.
That's impressive, but probably easier to do when you're small. I assume Mr. Staccato is going to make some rolls to investigate the room.
Mr.
Yeah.
Staccato makes some rooms to
Come back.
investigate the room. Mr. Staccato's
I like
attempt
investigating.
to investigate the room has turned up nothing too interesting, other than that distant noise.
Okay, fair enough. Is the noise coming from behind this door?
No. Seems to be coming from the south, actually.
All right,
That
fair
just
enough
leads
then.
up to a hallway.
Fair enough. When everybody catches up, I'm going to open the door and move in carefully.
Joe, don't
I'm
ditch
just
me.
specifying that we're doing it carefully so we're in one blob, roughly.
Blob. You don't worry about it. When you all catch up, I'll just ask you what you're all doing. Or I'll be
Fair
mean
enough.
and go like, nah, I'm mean.
I'm going to look around the corner and I'm going to check if that leads roughly to where the other door was. Excuse me.
That does lead up to the hallway, yes.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just going to peek over here. Yeah, there are more doors here, fair enough. Well, I suppose it's this door right now. Hi. I'm gonna close it. Well, I mean, I suppose Argus is not going to be making this sort of noises. They open the door, they look in, and they just close it and step back.
I
And
mean,
say, maybe don't go.
what you saw in the room was a ruined table, several destroyed chairs, and
Yes.
big old bone.
Just a wait, hold on. It's just a bone.
You'll have to look again to verify.
Fair enough. No, it's just a pile of bones. In that case, I don't have no reason to react in any particular weird way.
Listen, when you quickly open up a door and you get that flash and you have to make a split-second decision, what are you going to do?
I'm going to close the door.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is, was there anything in there that I saw? Was that basically, oh, I accidentally left the token on the wrong layer?
No. Do you think that it might be possible that I did that just to fuck with you? Because you people like to open doors like that?
Yes, probably.
Eyebrow wiggles.
Why would you do that, though?
Because it's fucking funny, and it teaches you a little lesson, doesn't it? It also creates for a fun diegetic moment that your character's like, oh shit, bones, skeletons, when there's nothing.
Okay, fair enough. Question, though. What lesson?
Listen, it's because it's funny. It's because when you open a door and your character sees a bunch of bones, then they might just go, oh shit, skeletons. And you, as players, see tokens. So if I put a token in it that's not a real creature, then you never know for certain. And you might get that moment.
Alright, fair enough.
I got a good laugh out of it. Winnie got a good laugh out of it.
Is Winnie doing this?
Listen, Winnie's not an illusionist. That's for weenies.
I
Winnie
wouldn't
is
know.
the-
I'm not a caster, but I am going to investigate the room. Or
You
at least
investigate the
look
room.
at it.
It sure is a room. Investigation complete.
Fair enough. There is a door.
You ask general questions, you get general answers.
Fair enough. And that door apparently leads to where that little...
It might actually. You'll have to peek around the corner to be certain.
Sure, fair enough.
Peeking around the corner, you see two things. One, a bunch of water and a row pulley system. Next up, you hear another distant windy sound. Actually, let me just double verify where things go. Actually, you're going to hear the distant sound of like water condensing and dripping onto the floor, coming from somewhere in the walls.
Weird, but fair enough. Okay, well, that leads to across that little pond, apparently.
Sure does, apparently.
Oh, fair enough. I'm going to close that particular door. And I suppose we're going to go investigate the others. Everybody okay with that?
Sounds good.
Everybody okay with me taking point for like 20 minutes now?
Yeah, sorry. I can see again. I'm back with Jaharu right now. Where are you guys?
You're walking backwards.
We're in the room right above yours. Just go for the door on the west and then up.
When he's got a little fist in the air, it's like, when are we going to fight something, huh? When are we going to fight something? Pew, pew.
I mean, if you want to fight, I can fight you.
He goes for your ankles.
They're going up.
Well, I mean, I'm going to make a motion that I'm gonna kick him, but I'm gonna stop like a second away from that. Like, you're bull-sized. You're very easy to kick.
Mr. Staccato re-enters the torture room with all the rusty implements and the distant sound of air.
Yes.
The sound which, by the way, gets less loud when you leave the room, no matter which exit you take.
Could it be like an elevator of some sort?
I mean, you gotta have quite a specific style going on to make an entire torture room an elevator. Just gonna tell you that that's super extra, and I like it.
Well, I mean, it could be cool. It would be cool if I was evil, if I was an evil overlord.
The Daedra would
maybe
do that. In fact, I think the Daedra did.
If I were an evil overlord, I would probably put torture room in the elevator so that everybody could enjoy torture room as they travel through the complex.
You sick mind's like, well, it's good for morale, man. I'm just trying to take care of my troops.
Yeah, exactly. It's entertainment. No, it's like you strap a dude like, and then everybody who travels gets a chance to take their anger out on their buddy.
Everyone's got to take their turn on the torch table.
Yes, pretty much.
They don't call me Mr. Murder Kanan for nothing.
Yes. Okay. Well.
He was fun.
Well, if there's nothing immediately like interesting visible behind this particular door, I would like to open the other two first.
You take a look up north. Let's take a lot of look-see at what room 29 has to offer you in terms of descriptions. Well, first there's the distant hee-hee-ha-ha-ha going on. But more importantly, several alcoves adorn the wall in this L-shaped hallway. Each hallway contains a small diorama of the same city facing different perils. A massive fire, a devastating tsunami, a thunderous earthquake, and an attack by an enormous tentacled monster, and an invasion of an army of undead. You know,
that's pretty. That's nice.
very encouraging vistas.
All right. Well, is it this room, guys, or the other two?
Let's do this one.
Fair enough. Well, in that case, I'm slowly creeping up forward.
Man, those dioramas sure got some stuff going on, don't they?
Those dioramas are certainly to die for.
Ooh.
Da 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 da. Thanks, Camo.
Why? What? You keep telling me that I'm not making that I'm too serious.
I like
There
it.
you go. I made a joke.
Well, it's up to you where you want to go. It's not like the hallway has eaten you yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
I'm gonna go north and look around the corner. Yeah.
You see two double doors behind which the sound of giggling seems to emerge.
Okay.
It's gonna be the
Mr.
flip.
Staccato. I might need
Yeah. Let's do it.
some help dealing with chuckle fucks.
I specialize in making chuckle fucks stop chuckling.
Yes.
They no longer find it amusing.
By the way, is anyone here trained in society?
Staccato.
I'm trained in society.
Then you would recognize that the tiny little city that the dioramas are of is actually Absalom. And that there's an itty-bitty version of Gauntlet, which should be miles away from Absalom, but it's like at the edge of each of the scenes.
What the fuck?
Walking lighthouse.
The diorama that actually shows the undead army seems to come into existence because Gauntlet is aimed at it. Because, you know, it's done that before. You've seen that happen.
Well, yeah. I've also seen them all kill themselves a second time, so that was fun.
You don't be rude. They're trying their best.
I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I shouldn't be tempting fate. I did fate once, then they trained me to become a monk.
Gotcha.
Right.
Well.
So this door, Mr.
Yeah.
Staccato. You might need to. I just walk into a room and like hold out a hand, and there's Staccato standing on it. It's like, yeah, there you go. All right. Well.
Opening up the room, you're confronted by this large, low-ceiling room is a cross-shaped table at its center. 10 chairs stand around the table. The floors, walls, and ceiling are completely covered in a thick layer of webbing. At the center stands a Spider-Man.
Are they the source of giggling?
I don't know. Are they marvelous, incredible? Or any of the other many adjectives that they keep using for Spipperman. I don't know.
Maybe.
Spipperman. Always gets an adjective, Spipperman.
I like the version of that where it's just a man.
Man.
Yes.
Why'd you open the door?
Alright.
Okay, so this thing is well, it's a spider, man, and he's webbed this whole room up. He's also seriously squatting on the table, poking at a large diorama of a city of some sorts, and he's poking at it with his big old claws, going.
Hello.
Does anyone here speak Aklo?
No, I don't.
Oh. I do.
Why do you speak the tongue of the mad? Thank you.
Nice.
I am insane.
Listen, man, sometimes you just need a holiday, and the Laramie Chaos seemed like a good place to be. Well, in that case, you'll actually hear what he says. He seems to be politely, or well, I mean, his tone of voice is very forceful. For you to bow down to the king of the ghost city and present your offerings. Your friends don't understand any of this by the looks of it. He then puts his little hands in his sides and stands up straight, which together with the table means he's very tall.
Taller than me?
Yes. I mean, he's on the table.
If I were to stand on the table.
You'd probably be taller, yes.
Oh, this is clearly the superior system of deciding the pecking order. Do you tell us that what they tell us?
Yes, I'd say. I refer. Yeah, I say you want offerings because he thinks the king. I don't like.
Okay.
No idea.
Just for funsies, Argus is going to probably ask what language is that. Will he tell him it's the language of the mad?
Yes. Aklo.
Okay. In that case, offerings. Why not? I'm gonna offer him some food.
I'm actually gonna look up Aklo because in
I'm gonna give
Pathfinder,
him like the best ration I have. Why the fuck not? They seem like a chill dude.
this is actually the description of Aklo according to Pathfinder. It's spoken by the Darrow, inhuman or otherworldly monsters, evil fae. This ancient tongue is spoken by strange eldritch entities and certain ancient beings. Thank you. Point is, it sounds like a wacky-dacky tongue when you listen to it. You offer him a bite to eat, but it seems that this creature also understands common, because the second you offer up a meal, it's like, ooh, snack time.
As long as it's not one of my compatriots, you're more than welcome.
I should have a picture of this thing, actually. There's a lot of pictures in this, and I keep forgetting to bring them up. But where are you? Are you NPC number 9? No, NPC number 9 is this thing. That's the big boy you saw a bit ago.
Yes.
And that shadowy woman, here she is.
Huh. Nice office clothes.
Is she single?
At least they have style.
You know, you haven't asked her yet, so maybe she is. Here you go. This is Spipperman. Unbelievable Spipperman.
Oh, it's clothes. I thought they were just kind of like colored like that from the token. Fair enough.
They've had that I dressed up in this web cloth. And they're like, yeah! They will gladly accept your offering. Blee!
Yes. I would assume we would ask Chihara to translate first.
No, he speaks common.
Yeah, speaks
Oh,
common.
right. I'm completely spaced out on that one.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that Chihara, that Hakare was actually paying enough attention to remind you of that. That's nice.
I'm sorry. I am forgetful.
I mean, it's the language of the mad. You went mad for a moment.
I wouldn't go mad for using it.
Since Mr. Staccato is actually so short, you would actually notice that under the table is this web sack in which something glowing sits.
All right, so while they're talking, I'm gonna slowly and cautiously try to sneak up and see what's going on there. It's the first time I get roll stealth. 14.
Let's take a lot of look-see. Well, he's so distracted, he probably won't even notice you too much. You're tiny. He's talking to this person. He gets a bite of food. He's like,
So what's in the bag?
inside this web bag seems to be a shiny necklace of red beads. The glowing thing is a set of 5 glowing, very smooth rocks, like sling bullets. And there's also an opal of some variety in here. You'll have to identify what they exactly are, but they do have this woo about them.
That sounds pretty cool. I'm gonna stick it in a sack and slowly ease it away. away from there.
Jesus. Well, I mean, I have no reason to stop him, but that's kind of low.
Oh my
Anyway,
goodness. There's
I would
actually a
like
button
to-
that distributes coins. Whoa!
Well, Staccato has all of it, so we're not distributing.
No, I mean the loot sheet. There's a button that distributes coins to all characters. Everyone gets a share.
Oh, you know what? Let's just use that. That's probably
Yeah, that's a
better
lot
than just
faster.
having a pile. And if we actually are short, we can actually go and ask and borrow, like normal people. Anyway, I would like to ask that Spider a few questions. Namely, if they know anything about that orb of light in the light tower.
The what? I don't go up there. There's just annoying little brats up there.
Well, not anymore, so if you want, you can probably come up once in a while.
Ooh.
Okay, fair enough. I would like to then ask about the lay of the land in here in particular. Do they know who lives here? We've met some sort of dragon in the water.
I don't know. I know some weird flyboy lives somewhere around here. And there's that ghostly ribbon. I think I heard
God,
something about a big old purple worm around here.
Also, I'm
There's a
being
shadow.
extremely rude. I'm going to introduce myself and ask for their name.
They are called Mimnivix.
Would you please put it in the notes so we don't forget like a retard?
That sounds like a lot of work. Here we go. Whoops. I think I just pasted the party. There we go. Get out of there.
Is celestial.
Oh, excuse me. That was not meant to be in any particular language.
Nimnivix. Okay, well, Margus. And I suppose I can introduce everybody else as well if they wish. I should start with that actually. So if you'll allow us to like roll back that for a second. But yes, do they know of any particular like dangerous places in here that are specifically dangerous that they probably don't want to go to?
Well, I'll tell you about the part you already know, which is the place where the big old river drake is. He doesn't like that.
Probably,
He knows there's a place where sometimes a shadow lady comes out of the walls. And then there's the Morlocks. He doesn't like those guys too much either. Also, if you see any stairs going down, don't go down there. There's lots of, what are they called? Those undead boys with the big claws and they touch you and you get all...
okay. Thank you for advice.
There's also that invisible book guy. I don't like him either.
Wait, excuse me, what?
What invisible book guy?
No, there's an invisible guy down there somewhere. He's just always this big old misty shroud, and the center's an invisible man.
And he's got a book?
No, I didn't say anything about a book.
Oh, okay. Thought you said book. I had a hard
Yeah,
time hearing you
that's
from
what
under
you
the
said.
table.
Why are you under my table? Get out!
Nothing. It's all dirty. It's all dirty down there. I was just helping out, tidying up. You gotta be more careful.
Okay, I'd like to ask them if it's okay if we look around the room. And then, well, actually, not the room. Are there any doors here? No, I suppose not. Well, fair enough.
It's been a pleasure.
Well, if you
Yes.
ever got more food, you're always welcome.
Oh, you know what? Fair enough. I feel kind of bad for Staccato robbing him, so I'm just gonna offer him another one. There you go. Well, let's hope I don't create a dependent population of Spider-Man.
I mean, when you give him another bite to eat, he goes like, "Come, my pretties," and two more little spiders dingle out of the webbing to come and have a little bite.
Oh, that's actually very cute.
Aw, look at that.
Yeah, well, you just robbed them, so you know you don't get to. Anyway,
Wow.
I suppose I'm going to bid goodbyes and head out. Oh, by the way, quick question, Dioramas. I'd like to ask him if he knows anything, or her, I guess.
What about them? There used to be these magical traps that shot laser beams all over the place, but I always make them go off so I don't have to worry about them hitting me.
Okay, how do you make them go on, for example, and off?
Well, he gives you a short little explanation where he just makes a little ball of webbing and puts like some dead things he caught in it, and then he just hucks it out there.
Oh, so you have to charge it in some way. Okay.
No, you have to it has to see something. I don't know what it exactly is looking for, but what's if it gets too close? It shoots it with like fire beams and water beams, and it shoots even and shaky beams, and it also shoots a very nasty beam of like brrr.
Well, if I were
Glad we
to
avoided
think
that.
about it real hard, either it's some sort of construct or like a mini beholder. Or a mini beholder construct.
No, it actually, a little conversation will reveal that each diorama does a specific thing according to what the diorama depicts.
And each of them, like, shoots things at dead things?
No, it shoots things at things.
Oh.
So that's why he's able to trigger the traps. Like, he throws something in front of it so he doesn't get hit by it.
Oh, fair enough. Well, maybe we should move out before they, like, reactivate.
Oh, it takes like an hour for them to get their charge back. Which could be any
Okay.
time, really.
Oh, yeah, well, maybe
So
we
let's
should
move.
head out for now. Yes.
All right, so since Argus is making me feel so goddamn guilty about stealing from these guys, and they didn't do nothing to me, and I didn't do nothing to them, and honestly, the big one kind of reminds me of my cousin. So I'm just gonna leave the bag like in the corner here, like not where they can see me dropping it, but enough that if they see it, they're like, "How'd that get over there?"
Well, treasure sometimes does grow legs.
Shit just kind of moves around. Sometimes it grows legs, sometimes it comes back. Particularly when you have guilt trippers for adventuring companions.
Look, I'm a thief. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm just gonna judge you because you're robbing essentially a poor person.
I feel judged. I feel very judged, and that's fine. Better angels of my nature taking over.
Good, fair enough. In that case, we're going to hurry off and try to avoid getting hit by these things.
Gosh, Ari,
All right,
just
well-
softy.
There's two. Excuse me, what?
When he's like poking at your ankle. He's such a softy.
So,
Mm.
being a dick to other people makes me feel bad. That's a spooky shitter. Shitter's clogged!
You take a look into the haunted bathroom. Haunted
Yeah,
washroom.
haunted.
This 10-foot square washroom features an iron bathing tub to the north and a commode to the southwest. The northern wall glows and shimmers with ribbons of airy green light.
Oh my god, finally, I've seen somebody actually refer to that thing as a commode.
Okay, so I've never really understood this here. Every house I see up in this world, it's got these little rooms. People go in for a while and they come out the same door and it smells bad. No one's ever explained to me what the hell these things are for.
Wait, don't Fae, like, eat food?
Yeah, we eat like fairy dust and light and children's laughter and
so
shit.
you're powered by cocaine. That would explain why you don't need to use
Yeah,
the
yeah,
restroom.
pretty much. Use a restroom, so what? You like take a nap in there? Like what? I don't get it. What's the appeal?
I mean, the
It's
chairs
just
don't look that comfortable
big thing
for
of
a
water.
nap.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean-
It's a big. Like there's water at the bottom. You might get.
just read-
If you sit and fall in the water, like why? Why does the fountain?
I just read books in mine.
Argus, as you decide to have this extended conversation,
Yes,
you hear a ghostly
happened?
voice yell at you. I was a Tari, save me from
hold on, from the
below. The wispy ribbons on the northern wall congeal into a proper strip of light, which shoots around you and suddenly moves towards the west.
Wait, hold on. It's moving towards me, or
It moved past you by this point, and is moving towards the west,
Oh.
to this door.
oh? Well, out of curiosity, I just kind of want to follow it.
Following it will lead you to here, where it moves through seams in the wall.
Huh? More
More
secret doors?
secret.
Let's check it out.
Indeed.
Yeah. Let's.
Maybe at the end of this will somehow be the explanation of what the fuck these rooms are.
Excuse me. Could you repeat that? Something fell in the background, and we couldn't hear you.
And the explanation of so I'll finally understand what these rooms are for.
Argus,
Apparently they have ghosts in them that lead to secret rooms.
taking a peek down yonder stairs, reveals two things. One, you see the edges of this thick mist. Two, you see another staircase that goes back up again. There's a hallway at the bottom of this, like going up quite a few feet down, and it splits off into 4 directions, basically.
Okay. Also, Inger just clipped through the wall violently.
Thank you, Inger.
Help. I overshot.
What?
Thank you.
Dwarves should stick to the speed limit.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, yeah. You said there was some kind of cross-section.
No, I said that if you go down the stairs, you eventually come to a four-way intersection where there's another stairs that goes back up again, and you can go left or you can go right, and off to the left is this edge of a dome of mist.
Which way did the bathroom ghost go? Left?
No, it just went through the door and then you lost track of it. It seems to vanish after that point.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I would like to ask our cleric if they recognize what the hell that is. Or Mr. Staccato, because they have arcane.
Cultists as well.
I mean, he can tell you that it's definitely a haunting, but it seems to be normally like you can categorize a lot of hauntings. You'd be like, oh, it's a poltergeist, or it's just a spooky ghost. But this just seems to be some sort of spectral cry for help, if anything.
Is it something similar to what we've seen upstairs in the tower?
No, that was like a fucking mist thing.
No. What I meant is the blood thing was haunted. There was a
Yeah,
haunting
it's in that same category, although this one isn't trying to kill you.
Gotcha. Fair enough. Well, I mean, there's still one door. Can we please go poke at it? Right next to prison. And then come by here.
Hell
Actually,
yeah.
you know what? This thing might disappear if we just leave it. So, you know what? I'm going to investigate that.
What might disappear?
Spectral cry for help.
I mean, it's already gone. Like, it went through the door and it went poof.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, the door over here. I'd like to check it before we go down.
All right. Hold your horses there, Argus.
Again, guys, do tell if you don't want me to drag you around like this.
If they would, they
No,
would
it's
tell you.
fine.
Yeah.
So,
I would be taking more of an active role, except I'm just having a tough time doing
Your
the
internet is
interface.
kind of crappy today. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. You can do it next time when your internet is better.
how about you just keep...
Ian, would you mind giving me a light source? Because every time everyone moves on beyond me, I just end up in absolute darkness.
Well, maybe that's like the problem of being underground without a light source in it.
Well, cast some light on me.
I lost track of you.
Yeah, I lost track of myself. I'm just in the darkness.
Wherever he is, it sure is dark.
I can't do that for myself. I can't turn on light.
I don't know, do you have a light source? I mean, you have dancing lights, but that's not quite the same.
No.
Here, Winnie will give you the light spell, since apparently you need it more than everyone else does.
Thank you.
Mr. Staccato is very small. He keeps getting lost.
Also, I thought Winnie already cast light on me.
Yeah, but then he cast it on Argus, and it stopped working for you. The door's all yours, Argus.
Yes. Click.
It's a hallway.
Fucking God. Okay, yeah.
The door is taunting you. Tauntingly.
It is taunting me very tauntingly. In which case, click.
Well, if it wasn't so dark, maybe you'd see something. Oh, it's no longer dark. Cool.
Sorry.
You're in a room full of cleaning supplies. Shelves line the walls of this room, each filled with tools used for cleaning or repair work. A silver-headed cane lies amid a tangle of mops, brooms, and buckets.
Does it smell nice?
It smells like cleaning, dude.
All cleaning usually smells nice because you use the flavor of that shit.
So does that mean that people have actually been using the cleaning materials in here?
Maybe. I mean, they haven't been
Well,
used recently.
Okay.
Alright, anything interesting about this particular room, or can we proceed?
Well, the most interesting thing in the room is that cool cane.
Cool cane. Okay.
It's a silver cane, man. It's got a silver knob at the top.
Check for traps.
A quick search reveals that nobody is going to trap a janitor's closet. It seems like a terrible thing for OSHA to get involved with.
Fair enough. Detect magic. Would somebody
Let me
use
see
it?
the cane.
Well, there's no magic in this room, outside of what you already are aware of.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm going to pick up the cane then.
Can you roll me a d20?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You die. The end.
I
See
knew
you later.
Fair enough.
No,
Fair enough.
dummy.
I'm gonna roll on your character for the next.
No, you...
What?
Shush. I'm going to bap you on the head right now. When you pick up the cane, it slides into two pieces. It's a sword cane, to be specific.
Cool.
And the sword part is made out of low-grade silver. effectively
That'll be good
increasing
if we
it.
run into some werewolves.
So on your loot sheet right now is a silvered sword cane. A silvered sword cane. Can I transfer the item? Thank you. No, I have to loot it.
Yeah, also, Safi, I think you might want to remove those items. Because we just gotta return them.
Fine. No fireball necklace for you.
I mean, just to be
Would have
fair.
been really sweet.
I know.
You had to give me a look.
Thanks, Argus. But how about we move on instead of feeling guilty? You've got a cool silver sword cane.
Look, not everything is about, loot. Fair enough. Could we mark it as a silver one? Just in case.
Oh my god. It, for one, mechanically is already marked as cert, but here you go.
Alright, well, door downstairs, or, excuse me, door to...
North or south?
Yes. Which one?
Well, the door to the north has this chittering, high-pitched voice behind it.
Okay, fair enough. It's just, Kato, would you like...
Does it sound like anything I would recognize? If it's any kind of insect, I would understand what it is.
It sounds like it might be a fly, considering all the humming, but if you open the door, you'll quickly realize that it's not a fly. But let me put it like this. It's chittering to itself, and if anyone speaks it, infertile.
Yeah, let's take a quick look. I want to poke the head in.
You see, a tiny fly man!
What the fuck?
Gross.
Let me see if I can find the picture for this. Look at this boy. Look at this gentleman. Look at him! You cannot escape seeing him!
Oh
Look,
god,
this is basically a cherub from Doom 3.
Pretty much.
this is something they would typecast Danny DeVito as.
Hey!
And he deserves better.
Yeah, again, that really honestly, I definitely went to college with a couple guys that look like that. It's fine. So I kind of come in a little bit, sort of same deal as the last guy. Arms wide, no bullshit, but no immediate aggression.
You fools! You come and see the bub! Oh, right, excuse me, that's a species name. What he actually is Zozlrun. Jesus, what a name.
Zuzzlerism.
You can just call him
How you
Laren
doing?
because the Zoz part is actually done with insect wings.
So how you doing? I try to mimic it with my own wings. That sound.
His tongue, which is hanging out most of the time, is covered in dungeon grime.
Gross.
You
walls.
He will gladly tell you why that is. Are you one of Belactora's minions? Her cruelty knows no bounds, that she comes to mock me in my despair.
Minion would certainly not in any way describe any of us. We tend to kill lots of minions and the people who minion them. Who make them to be
Blee!
them. So if you got a beef with this lady, we are certainly the people you want to talk to if you're interested in taking her out.
Fascinating. I forgot to write down how much experience you guys are getting, so I'm gonna have to improvise that one. Whoops. Anyway, he's just kind of fluttering around. He's like, drats! Well,
Yep.
you can tell her that I'm done with this stuff if you ever come across her.
What exactly is your relationship with this woman?
I am bound by contract to work for her. I'm pretty sure it's run out by now, but unless I have evidence, I can't leave. I'm forced to spend 18 of my hours in this room, then 6 to clean this place, and 3 of those with my tongue.
Oh, that's
That is a shit deal, my friend.
Those Morlocks poop on the floor!
What do you get? There's a contract, so you must get compensated in some fashion.
Most devil contracts are like, when you die, we get your soul, or like, give us a virgin. So that part's already been fulfilled.
So what would break this contract?
Well, I need to know where it is. She has it.
All right, so what sort of information can you give us that would aid us in finding her in your contract?
The funny part is You know, the funny part is, I'm just gonna tell you this: there are more devils like this motherfucker around the dungeon, and there's one who gets like, "Oh, here's where you find that thing." But for this guy, it's like he's gonna kill your ass. Because why would he do that? Wouldn't he just be like, "Oh, please get me out of this nightmare"? Devils are pretty chill with
Yeah.
licking walls, I guess.
Let me roll some diplomacy to try to get him to not kill us and instead help us to free him from this hellish existence. 24.
Okay, well he's already not very interested in killing you because he's like a tiny flyboy.
Okay. Hey. Watch it. Plenty of tiny flyboys kill plenty of people.
The point is, if you happen to stumble across a contract and get me out of this place, I was only supposed to be here for 99 weeks and 99 days. If she doesn't give me any new orders, I can leave. But I don't have the contract, so I can't prove it.
All right. Well, we will see what we can do.
If you need to know why that's important, because you mortals are always so stupid about things. Oh, you Fae, you don't understand contracts at all, do you? The point is, if I can't prove it on my way back to hell, they shut me right back out again. So if you
wasn't allowed back in hell, I would commit so many atrocities.
Do me that pleasure, and I will tell you where you can find something nice.
Okay,
Sounds like a deal.
that sounds fair.
May I recommend not going to the room to the south, though? I would hate to clean up your corpses from getting smashed in by a skeleton.
Okay.
No.
Thanks for advice.
Avoid room to the south. Check.
Yeah, like this room over here. Yeah.
Gotcha. Fair enough. Well, good thing we didn't go there first.
Good. Always go toward the buzzing guys. Buzzers are good people.
All right, how about we cut the session there because we're already technically a little bit over time.
That's okay.
Next time, are we going to dungeon room floor? I don't even know where you guys are going. Point is, you guys need to rub some more elbows with more people in a more permanent fashion. Let's see. I'm gonna do some experience calculations, which means I'm gonna grab my big old. I'm gonna put on some big old paws. I'm gonna slam on the calculator until some numbers spit out the other end.
Okay.
Give them the big numbers.
Go right ahead.
Big numbers, so big you could fit a couch in them. Let's see. Well, I'm going to say that you all deserve that little bonus. So it's 100 for the guys upstairs with his little boys. It's 120 because you resolved that spider situation with the guy successfully. Anything else along the way you did? Nope, not really. Nothing too significant. I mean, I guess you bypassed those Morlocks in that room. They're worth something, right? They're probably worth something.
Yeah. And this fly guy.
He's one fly guy. Please do not shoot the gem. That's illegal. Let's take a look. See. Those guys are a severe encounter, and you bypass them, so you get half marks for that. So that will put you at like 2. Okay. 2 something. 260? 260. Yeah, that makes sense. 260 plus 30. So 290. Okay. Just ramming my hand against the dashboard here. Give yourself like 320. 320 experience points for all of you.
Okay, so it's 1420.
1420.
1420, yes.
Nice. All right, that's almost halfway.
Actually, Mr. Chiharu has 480.
Yeah, because we had 160 left over.
Also, you get one more hero point.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
Okay, hold on. So
Chahar has more XP than the rest of us?
Either I calculated it wrong last session, or we should be at 480.